Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Mets Central's pregame show, as I'm going to be going over, reviewing, and looking over tonight's matchup between the Mets and the Baltimore Orioles in Oriole Park in Camden Yards, Maryland. It should be a very interesting game today because we got Taijuan Walker going up against the Orioles again. He just faced them on May 12th, the same day Matt Harvey faced the Mets, and he got bombarded. He's going to have an opportunity to bounce back and try to get back at his former team. I hope that is not the case. We're hoping for a Taijuan Walker gem tonight, getting us back on the winning track after yesterday's disastrous, ugly game by David Peterson and company. We did have a horrible game yesterday. We want to bounce back and get a victory today. We did lose yesterday 10-3, so we want to forget about that. And the beauty about baseball is that you can do that. You got to forget about that game. It's a 162-game season. You're going to hear me say it time and time again. You're not going to win 160. You're not going to go 162-0. So with that, you got to realize, hey, you want to win more games than you lose. The objective here is that game is over with. You forget about it. It's in your rearview mirror. Let's focus on today's game. We got a new matchup. Walker going up against Harvey today. We want to be able to get a win. So we're going to go over all that, man. But before I get started, like always, I appreciate you guys drop a like. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of today's matchup. And, of course, if you have not, as of yet, become a part of the community and have not subscribed, make sure you do so down below before you go. And do not forget to put on your post notifications. So with that, let's start with weather. All right, the weather tonight at Camden Yards is going to be excellent. There is a 27% chance of rain, but it's not going to be a major factor. They're talking about maybe some possible sprinkles. We don't know, but that is definitely a low percentage. There's a good chance this game is going to be able to be played. The wind is blowing 3 to 4 miles an hour, north, left, and right is not going to be a factor. 82 degrees at first pitch. It's going to be fairly warm, so that means that ball is more than likely going to carry well there tonight. So we want to be able to get some balls up in the air and see if we can drive them out of the park. Hopefully more Mets than Orioles. So, man, it's going to be very, very interesting. We're going to see how it all pans out. But the weather looks pretty darn good. Now let's look at the matchup, right? We got Taijuan Walker versus Matt Harvey. They already faced each other just a couple weeks back. Matt Harvey obviously had a rough go, but we're going to start with Taijuan Walker for our beloved Mets. He's coming in here to this matchup. He's 4-2 in the season with a 2.17 earned run average, a 1.06 whip, which is absolutely very good. 54 innings pitched, 34 hits, 23 base on balls. He has 57 strikeouts, and this is a very important number here. He's only given up 2 home runs so far this year, and that's about it. And that is fantastic after 6 or 7 starts. His home and away splits is a little bit of a concern for me because so far on the road, he has struggled more than he has been a better pitcher for us thus far this year in home starts than he has been away. Away record right now, 1-2 with a 3.28 earned run average, which is still a respectable earned run average, but it's not the 2.17 that he's had for the season. So he definitely has struggled on the road. 24 innings pitched. He has given up 18 hits, 12 runs. 9 of them were earned. 2 home runs. The 2 home runs that he's given up all year were away from home, so that's a concern as well. And he has 11 base on balls and 23 Ks. He definitely has to minimize the base on balls. Those walks could come back and haunt you, but he has been effective in getting out of trouble when he has given up a walk or 2 in any particular inning. He's been able to escape that and be able to get out of those innings. So that's the beauty. That's the difference between him and what we saw from David Peterson. So that's the only concern looking at statistic-wise that I'm a little concerned with for tonight, but I still think he has the upper hand over Harvey because he has pitched better than Matt Harvey has pitched for the Orioles thus far, and especially over his last 4 or 5 starts. He has faced Baltimore, as we already discussed. He has that one game, 7 innings pitched. He gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 3 base on balls, and 4 Ks. And again, it didn't hurt him, the 3 base on balls, because he only was able to give up only 1 run. So this is exactly what I mean, where he's been able to lose it for a little bit, get a guy to go on base by base on ball, and he finds a way to get out of the innings and be without giving up any runs. And he has faced only 1 American League team, and that's the Baltimore Orioles. So that same number, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, 3 base on balls, and 4 Ks, applies to American League teams. And he's about to face his second American League team, which happens to be the first team he has pitched again earlier in the year. So that's where Taijuan Walker is at. I still like his numbers over Matt Harvey. We look at Matt Harvey, his opponent. Harvey is 3-6 so far this year, and his earned run average is very inflated. It was a little bit better a couple weeks back, but 6.62 earned run average. He has a 1.61 whip, which is really on the bottom half, is not really that good. 51.2 innings pitched. He has 66 hits that he's given up. So when you're giving up more hits, he's given up more than one hit per inning as he's pitched. And those numbers don't look good. So if we can attack him early, get him a little frustrated, take him out of his game plan, more than likely we'll be able to do some damage to Matt Harvey. But 66 hits in 51 and 2/3 innings is quite a bit of hits. But he has gotten 45 Ks, 17 base on balls, and the other big number that's scary, other than his earned run average and his record and his whip and his hits, is how many home runs he's allowed. He has allowed 8 home runs thus far this year. His home and away splits at home, no different than he is on the road. He is 1-3 at home, so he has a losing record of 5.18 earned run average in 24 and 2/3 innings pitched. 26 hits, again, more than one hit an inning. 18 runs is pretty bad. That is very bad. That's like almost like half a run an inning. So he's going to give up some runs. And then 6 home runs in the process with 8 base on balls and 20 Ks. So he's still getting his strikeouts here and there, but still a high walk rate and still a high home run rate. So that means he makes mistakes. Versus the Mets, he faced them that one game, and he pitched 4 1/3 innings, got him out of there. He gave up 8 hits, 7 runs, 1 base on ball, and 4 Ks. So he has had his trouble. Against National League teams, he's 3-3. He's actually faced a lot of National League teams at the moment. 14 innings pitched, and I think that number might be wrong, but 14 innings pitched, 25 hits, 16 runs, 1 home run, 2 base on balls, and 14 Ks. And then, of course, like I said, he did face the Mets on May 12th, and that was one of the teams that he faced. So at the moment, if I'm looking at the staffs, obviously the upper hand still goes to the Mets. One thing that I want to point out, and I'm going to go over those numbers now with the pitching and then more in an advanced stage, is that the Orioles pitching staff has done well over the last few games, like better, other than Harvey. So we're going to base this on Harvey, but we also have to take into account that the Orioles, as a pitching staff, has pitched better over the last 4 or 5 games. And obviously they had a good game last night against our beloved Mets. And they also have been able to do well against all the other categories, which we're going to touch upon right now in a moment. But let's look further on to the pitching as far as staffs are concerned. So Baltimore comes here. Their pitching staff is 27th in the league, so they're near the bottom. They're like 4th worst pitching staff in the league as far as earned run average is concerned. They're at 4.81 earned run average. But over the last 7 days, which I just finished mentioning, is that they have pitched better. Their earned run average has dropped to 3.50. So that is a concern moving forward, and it was a concern me looking into those numbers yesterday. I wasn't able to do a video yesterday, but is that I saw that Baltimore has been doing better pitching-wise, and I felt that was going to be a concern, especially with David Peterson, that has been very inconsistent. But with Taijuan Walker, he has been much more consistent, and I have a little more faith in him and his skills and what he can get accomplished here today, what he has been able to do thus far this season, as opposed to what Matt Harvey has done. So I give still the upper hand to the Mets pitching staff and to Taijuan Walker today. My only concern moving forward, and we'll get to that in a minute, is the hitting. So the Mets come in here. They're second best in the majors with earned run average at 3.19. It did jump down from yesterday's performance, dropped us like 14 points. We were coming into yesterday's matchup at 3.05 as a team. But over the course of the last 7 games, and last night, let me point this out. Last night, the number, and I have it here on my paper, last night after 7 games over the past 7 days, New York Mets were at 2.51 earned run average. They were actually doing pretty well. They were actually lower than the 3.05 as a staff, but it jumped up considerably after giving up those 10 runs last night. So they're up at 3.43 going into the matchup today. So they're about even, if you look at it, over the last 7 days, as the Orioles at 3.50, we at 3.43. We were better than that before yesterday's game, but it didn't pan out that way. All right, let's look at them as far as the opponents. So opponents against the pitching staffs, Baltimore is still 27th. Opponents are batting .257 against them, okay? And over the last 7 days, they have improved a little bit. They're still batting .250, opponents, over the Baltimore Orioles pitching staff. The Mets are 5th in the league. Opponents only batting .218, and they actually are they were at 209. They're at 218 right now after yesterday's game. So still a very, very low number. I mean, anybody that's batting 218, 220, that is poor batting average. So far, so good. Our pitching staff should do well. So looking at these numbers, I do like our staff better than Baltimore, even though Baltimore has improved and we kind of like had a little bit of a lapse yesterday, so to speak, with the David Peterson and the bullpen having their problems yesterday with the Orioles. But this brings us to the hitting, and that is a concern. So hitting over the last few for the season, Baltimore is batting 243, the Mets 232. So they're both not batting extremely high. They're not up there in the high tiers of the teams in the major leagues as far as batting average is concerned. But when I look at the last 7 days, Baltimore has been number one as of yesterday, and even today, looking at the statistics, they still are the hottest hitting team in the MLB right now over the last 7 days. They're batting from 243 season average. Their last 7 days, they're averaging 372, and the second place team is 303. That's a big disparity as far as differential there between what they have at 372 as opposed to the team in second, who is batting 303. So they are very hot right now. That's the main concern in this matchup with Taijuan Walker, and it was a concern going into yesterday's matchup against David Peterson, and it ended up that all their top hitters who were hot are still hot for the Orioles. So we're going to be that's the one concern going into this matchup today. So if we can at least find a way to neutralize, considering that Taijuan Walker had a little success, small sample, it was just one game, but he did pitch 7 innings, only give up 4 hits and 1 run in his last outing against the Orioles, leads me to believe that we got to say, hey, we still got to lean on Taijuan Walker to come through and get a big game today, even though this team has been hitting so well. So that is what it comes down to. The Mets batting 232 as a team during the course of the year is not outstanding. They are batting 218 over the last 7 days. They have had some games in between that were pretty good, but overall, over the last 7 days, they've played 5 games and they're batting only 218. They really need to step it up. That's a concern, and we saw that last night. They didn't get enough offense after Pete Alonso's 2-run shot in the first inning. I really thought we were going to blow it up on Mr. Zimmerman, the young man, but he settled in and he was able to get the job done for what the time he needed to for the Orioles, whereas David Peterson did not. Wasn't able to do that, wasn't consistent, definitely lost his his confidence on his off-speed stuff and his breaking pitches, and he was all over the place. And when you're like that and your mindset is just off, it's going to be a problem. And you got to be a totally different animal when you pitch, no different when you bat at the plate. You got to be totally focused. This is a game in any sport, individual or team sport. You got to be just a beast of an animal. You got to be so in tune and so focused into what you're doing, what the situations are every single time. You got to be definitely focused, and that's something that Peterson is is struggling with. And me, in my opinion, coaching travel baseball competitively for 17 years with teenage kids, trust me, this young man has got some potential. His fastball is good at 94, 95 tops. He's got to get that consistency going. He's got to build his confidence up. He needs to go down and definitely work on some things. Or not, he's just going to be here for 1 year and then, or even just a couple of starts more, and it's going to be all over, if he can't get it straightened out. So that's a concern there. All right. So that's where we stand as far as hitting and all that. That's the concern today. So I would say overall, pregame, my mindset, my thought process on this is that Taijuan Walker is going to have to get ahead on his hitters, keep the ball down. Obviously, with the warm temperatures and the humidity, balls can travel well at this park, and of course, any park that has fairly good weather at this time of year. If you get a round on the ball really, really well, and you're able to level it, and drive the ball, you're going to find that there's going to be some shots. And as you can see last night, they were able to get a bunch of, I think they had 5-6 doubles within 2 innings. So, and of course, the long ball, you can hit the ball out. So I would say for us, we got to make some contact, get some hits, jump on Matt Harvey early. Hopefully he doesn't have good stuff. Be able to keep him away from his, if we can get around on his fastball, it's going to definitely open things up. And I would think the same for the Orioles. If they're able to hit Taijuan Walker's fastball and not put him in a position where he's dominant with his fastball, he's locating, and he's consistent with his location, then he can work his off-speed stuff, and then that's when it can be dangerous. So vice versa for both pitchers, it's the same thing. I still give the leg up to the pitching to the Mets and Taijuan Walker in today's matchup, so hopefully we can get it done. And hitting-wise, I still think that It's going to be tough. The Baltimore Orioles lineup is right now very hot, while ours has cooled off a little bit. We need some guys to come through. Hopefully, they can get going, get a couple base runners on, maybe drive a few balls. Maybe some of the guys that were struggling before that has been coming around a little bit, McCann and so on and so forth. Lindor, Pete Alonso has been solid. I mean, if these guys just string up a couple of nice hits, be able to drive a few balls out of the park or into gaps, we'll be able to get some runs in. If we can get some runs in on Matt Harvey early, I really think we have a great shot to pull out this game today. But other than that, if they're not able to do that, there's going to be another long night, especially if Taijuan Walker is definitely all over the place and is not effective. But he has shown consistency throughout the whole season thus far, and I really, truly believe he's going to be just fine. So let's go Mets, man. Let's hope we can get it done. That is pretty much the pregame. I'm going to go over what the lineups will be, and as you can see, I keep my score book. That's what I normally do as a coach. So, I just enjoy doing it. Even when I go to the ballparks once in a while, I take my score book. Not this large one, but the smaller one. So let's look over the visiting Mets. Let's look over the lineup that we have tentatively for tonight's game. We have leading off and playing third base, Jonathan Villar. Then we got Lindor batting second, playing short, batting third, Pete Alonso, and playing first base tonight. The DH tonight is Dom Smith. He's batting fourth. James McCann will bat fifth, and of course he's catching. Bill McKinney, right field, batting sixth. Batting seventh is KP in left field, Kevin Pillar. And center field is going to be Mason Williams, the youngster from the farm system that we brought up, and he's been pretty good as far as holding down center field. And then Jose Peraza will be at second base and batting ninth. For the home team, Orioles, they got Mullins center field leading off. We got Mancini batting second and playing first base. Batting third is Santander and playing right field. Batting fourth, they got Freddie Galvis today. He's playing short. Mountcastle is the DH today. Batting sixth is DJ Stewart. He was not in last night's game, so he's in the lineup today. He's playing left field. Franco playing third base once again, batting seventh. Wilkinson, another gentleman who was not playing last night, is in the lineup today. He'll be batting eighth and playing second base. And then the other individual in this lineup, there's three guys that weren't in last night's game that are playing tonight. And the guy batting ninth is the catcher, Austin Wins, and he's batting ninth and catching. And that is pretty much the lineups for today. That is pretty much the pregame, man. Let's go Mets. Now, again, I'm going to record the play-by-play. I'm going to be doing play-by-play tonight. We'll see how it goes. I want you to be able to comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if that's something that you want to see more of. If you want to be able to chime in, chat, get in the chat during a ball game and be able to interact with me and just discuss baseball, and let's cheer on our Mets while I do some play-by-play. I would love to do it, but I need to hear from you guys. So if you tell me that, and I'm just going to do play-by-play, I'm not a play-by-play guy. I'm just going to call the game like if I'm just coaching the game. I'm going to more than likely say certain things that are more what coaches would do because I analyze and look at a game like if I'm actually coaching. And at the same time, man, I just want to be able to just talk baseball. That's it. So this is an opportunity. So, again, that's pretty much it, folks. Come back in a few minutes. I'll be back with the play-by-play. The game starts at 7:05. Let's go fucking Mets, man, and I'll see you guys then. Alrighty, guys, man, this is it, man. It is play-by-play action. We're getting ready for the Mets and the Baltimore Orioles up in Oriole Park in Camden Yards. Let's go through the lineup again, man. We got the Mets will be going up against Matt Harvey. Got Jonathan Villar leading off, playing third base. Lindor is at batting second, playing short. Alonso is batting third and playing first base. Dom Smith DHing. McCann batting fifth and catching. McKinney sixth and playing right field. Kevin Pillar is in left field, batting seventh. Mason Williams is in center field, batting eighth, and batting ninth and playing second base is Mr. Peraza. Matt Harvey on the mound, and like I said before, he's coming in here 3-6 with a 6.62 earned run average, so he's been tattooed quite a bit, a 1.61 whip, 51 and 2/3 innings pitched with 66 hits given up in that 51 innings. It's quite a bit of hits, and then we got 45 Ks, 17 base on balls, and 8 home runs. We're getting ready on the way here in Maryland, and leading off will be Jonathan Villar. All right, JV. Warm night in Maryland, 82 degrees here at first pitch. Weather's going to be calm, so warm weather. Obviously, with the warm weather, we got some balls that may travel here, folks. So Matt Harvey, former Met on the mound. He's getting ready to throw his first pitch. I got my box score here ready to rock and roll. Here we go. First pitch to VR, right over the plate, 95-mile-an-hour fastball, foul ball out of play by Jonathan VR. It has 0-1 count on Jonathan VR. He's coming in here 241 with 5 home runs, 14 RBIs, and a 724 OPS. It's important for him to try to take some pitches here. That one is down the pipe in the lower part of the strike zone, not held by the catcher, Mr. Wins, but Mr. Matt Harvey is ahead, 0-2. So here we go, 0-2 count on VR. Obviously, the objective here is to make sure that you're not going to get fooled with anything of off speed or anything that's not in the strike zone because the pitcher is ahead in the count. But anything close, you're swinging away, and it's down in the zone. Ball 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jonathan VR. 3 pitches in for Mr. Harvey. All right, let's go, JV. Let's go. Put the ball in play. And the next pitch right down the pipe, and he swings away. It looks like he's in the gap. Is Mullins going to get there? Oh, my goodness. What a play by Cedric Mullins, taking away a double and already putting Harvey in a bad situation. If that ball was in play by VR, that ball was well hit. What a run by Mullins, making an outstanding catch at left center field, taking away a double. Look at the distance, the dive, a heck of a play by Cedric Mullins. And again, you're going to hear that from me over and over again. Baseball, the first sign of defense, and I used to teach my kids in travel ball, is you got to pitch well. And then after pitching, your 8 guys behind you got to be able to keep the game close by making plays. And that was what we're talking about, making plays. Cedric Mullins made an excellent play there too. I mean, the momentum could be totally turned around just right there on that one play. So again, great play by Cedric Mullins. Love to see that. Francisco Lindor at the plate, he already fouled off. He already swung. So he's 0-1 on Lindor. And the pitch by Harvey, a little bit of very generous umpire there on that spinner Rooney. 215 batting average, 5 home runs, 13 RBIs, and a 643 OPS for Francisco Lindor. And he calls the timeout. That's all in Francisco. All right, good idea. If you're not set, call timeout right away. So now he's in a hole 0-2. Matt Harvey ahead here. 6 pitches in and the delivery. Up high in the zone. High fastball, 95 miles an hour. Misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Francisco Lindor. I'm still just what a play by Cedric Mullins, man. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's making plays. And outside on that pitch there, 87 miles an hour away from the plate. And now we got a 2-2 count. Now Lindor is back in the count here. Got to look for something to hit. You would think that Harvey does not want to go to 3-2 and put possibly a good base runner in the position to get a base on balls. And he came right at him in the strike zone. Just missed. Foul ball out of play by Francisco Lindor. So it's still 2-2 count. We're going to run that again. And Harvey is in 9 pitches deep. So 2-2 count. Nobody on, 1 out here, top of the first inning. Down in the zone, 97 mile an hour fastball by Matt Harvey. That's the hardest I've seen him throw since I've been watching some of his highlights this year. 97, I think, is the top number. That's a pretty good start for him. He's getting a lot of rotation there. Here we go, 3-2 count. Anything goes here, and the pitch. Right down, a little off-speed pitch. Got a piece of it, fouled it off down to the first base side, so Lindor is still alive with a full count. We'll run that full count one more time. And we got 11 pitches in for Matt Harvey. Pete Alonso is on deck with Dominic Smith in the hole. Just getting underway here in Camden Yards. Top of the first inning, 1 man out. And the pitch. Right down the pipe, and Lindor missed that. That's a ball that was hittable. 96 mile an hour fastball right down in the middle half of the plate. And Lindor just got a piece of it to stay alive, 3-2. But it should have been a ball that should have been handled better. Let's see if he can get on one here. Lindor giving Harvey a battle and a pitch. And a little spinner Rooney up high in the zone, missing 81 miles an hour. 4 base on balls for Francisco Lindor. So a pretty good at-bat, fouling off a few pitches, taking Matt Harvey into about 8-9 pitches in that at-bat. Francisco Lindor is at first. There's 1 out, 1 on, and Pistol Pete coming up, the dangerous Pete Alonso. And this is an opportunity here to jump on something right over the plate. I would say right now, from what we've seen, Matt Harvey is at least somewhere near the strike zone. He's not a little wild. His command and his control of his pitches look pretty good at the moment. So we'll see what Pistol Pete can do here, man. Alonso batting third tonight. after his 2-home run night last night and the first pitch by Harvey right down the pipe, challenging Pete in the lower half of the strike zone for a strike. So 0-1 on Pistol Pete. He's batting .255 with 9 home runs, 28 RBIs, and he has an .814 OPS. He is doing very, very well for us right now. He is our best bat. He's down in the count 0-1, so it's the pitcher's count right here for Matt Harvey. Let's see what he has in store. Lindor at first. He's checking him off at first, and he's safe. Lindor, a quick move by Harvey. Harvey's out here. He's gaming tonight, man. He's a gamer. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to have to get ourselves going here. Get Matt Harvey out of this game early on. He's looking like he's focused here tonight. I love it because I used to be a fan of Matt Harvey, man. We want to wish him luck, but not against us tonight. Anytime we play against the Mets, we want you to have a bad time. So let's see if we can get it going. Let's go, Pete. And he throws over again. Very quick move. He's safe, Francisco Lindor. That means he's taking a little bit more of a lead. He's getting a good secondary lead, and Matt Harvey is, but again, Matt Harvey put himself in that position by having a very dangerous base runner on the base pads, and that's what you got to do. When you have those full counts or you got those 2 strikes on a hitter, you got to at some point or another, you got to challenge them because if not, you're going to put yourself in the position that you are in right now. You got to worry about him at first base. The next pitch to Pete Alonso is inside 95, tailing in on the inside corner on Pete Alonso, and now it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Pete Alonso with 1 out and a runner at first. Harvey's in on 15 pitches already here in the first half, top half of the first inning. Come on, Pete. Come on, Pete. Lindor doesn't have a huge lead. And he checks him again. And he is safe. He got back in there. He is making Lindor work. And he, at the same time, you're making Matt Harvey work. Okay, so, again, it's tick for tack, so you don't know. You don't know if this helps Matt Harvey or it does not. And he's going over again. Whoa, quicker move. He is safe. Lindor is starting to get a little tired. Like, yo, this guy's still coming at me. But that's the precise thing to do. If you feel that this guy is dangerous and he's taking a good secondary lead, you got to throw over. Because if he gets over to second base, you just never know. It may open up a can of worms. And there goes a fly ball by Pistol Pete. It's deep. Remember the warm weather. He's going to go. It's going. It's way back. It's out of here. Pistol Pete with a 2-run homer again tonight. 3 home runs in his last 5 or 6 at-bats. What a heck of a swing. I told you before the game started, the warm temperatures might take the ball out of here. And Pistol Pete, once again in the first inning, puts in a 2-run homer. And the Mets take a 2-0 lead on Matt Harvey here in the first inning, man. Let's go, Mets, baby. Way to go, Pete. Come on, baby. That's how we do it. Pistol Pete getting it done. The polar bear. Man, oh, man. Didn't get enough. That slider did not have enough bite. And Pistol Pete right over the plate. It was just like hitting it off a tee, baby. Out of here. 2-run homer. And the Mets are up 2-0. And there's still only 1 out. Man, oh, man. What a shot. Love it. So all that throwing over to Lindor, that's what can happen sometimes. So the Mets up 2-0, and we got Dominic Smith up at the plate. And he threw a little spin-a-rooney on him, 83 miles an hour. He gets him to swing and miss. That's 1 ball and 1 strike on Dom Smith. And Matt Harvey's 18 pitches in, and he's saying to himself, damn, man, not again, my former team doing this to me. Dominic Smith batting .260 with 4 home runs, 20 RBIs, and he has a .700 OPS. That ball, fastball, tailed in inside on Dom, low in the strike zone. 2-1 count. Now he's ahead, baby. Now let's look for something we can handle, and let's drive the ball. So 2-1 on Dom Smith. Come on, baby. Let's go, D. And a pitch. Ooh, caught the outside corner. Very nice pitch by Matt Harvey. 87 miles an hour. It was a strike. Dom is now 2-2. So now Matt Harvey has put himself in position to be in charge of this next pitch. Let's see what he decides to do. He goes right after him, and it's fouled off out of play by Dom Smith. So we'll run that back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Matt Harvey, 21 pitches in this inning, and he still only has 1 out. And Pete Alonso is red hot, and I'm telling you, this warm weather today, if we can get it up in the air and really can extend on our swings, we might be able to get some dingers here today, but the same could be held for true too for the Baltimore Orioles. So we got to make sure they're a hot team. Like I said at the beginning in the pregame show, they are the hottest team in the MLB right now over the last 7 games. So we definitely need to get as many runs as we can just in case. And there's a ground ball, and it's going to be to the shift and right over. Man, what a shift. I hate that shift. And it's going to be a 4-3 putout for Don Smith. And we got 2 out. So 23 pitches in. Now we got James McCann, who has been hitting fairly well as of late. 228 batting average, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs, 662 OPS. Let's see if JM can keep it going. Come on, McCann. He can. Yes, he can. Let's go, baby. Put the ball in play. Make something happen. Harvey in 23 pitches in this first inning. So here's where we stand. Top of the first, Mets have 2 out, nobody on. They have a 2-run lead by the 2-run homer by Pete Alonso. James McCann takes his first pitch, fastball in the outside corner, painted to black, gets a strike. So Matt Harvey's ahead on the count, 0-1. And the pitch, a little inside, almost hit McCann, turned over, just missed him, 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 on James McCann. Again, a warm night in Maryland. And the pitch. Tailing away. He hits it the other way. Is it going to drop? A long run. Oh, he misses the grab. And McCann should be able to get to second base, and he will. Nice try by Santander. He just missed it. He had to run a long way. That was a tough one. He was jammed on the outside corner. He punched it the opposite way. The ball was in the outside corner. Made decent contact. That was what we call soft contact. And he was able to drop it in there. And once in a while, these things happen. It doesn't happen to us beloved Mets as often as we would like. It usually happens against us, but it's great to see something land here. So McCann continues to do well and get at least some hits. He gets himself a double here with 2 out. So we got a runner at second with 2 out. And we're going to see now Billy McKinney, who is very dangerous, has some pop, has gap potential, hitting the balls in the gap. And he's also a guy that makes hard contact. And Harvey went right at him with a fastball, 93 miles an hour, and swinging and a miss by McKinney. And it's 0-1. 27 pitches in deep now from Matt Harvey. And 0-1. Down in the zone. The spinner Rooney's just missing. He's not hitting. He's not that far off the strike zone, but he's just not locating correctly. McKinney, 213 batting average, 5 home runs, 12 RBIs, a 683 OPS coming into this game today. Matt Harvey looking in, checking over McCann at second, and the pitch. Might have caught. Nope, he just missed the top. It was in the box as far as on the television box. As far as the strikes on, the umpire did call it up high, so it's 2-1 on McKinney. So it's now a hitter's count for Mr. McKinney. Let's see if he can just dial it up a little bit here. 29 pitches for Harvey. This is really now becoming a very long inning for him. And that's exactly what we wanted. And the pitch right down the pipe and just missed it. He pulled it to the right side, foul out of play. So 2-2 on McKinney. Come on, Mets. Let's go. Let's go, McKinney. Let's go, baby. Put the ball in play. Let's fight here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Harvey versus McKinney. 2 outs. Runner at second. Mets lead 2-0 on the 2-run dinger by the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And the pitch. Inside, hit hard, but right over to first base. Unassisted, Trey Mancini over to the bag. And that's a 3 put out. And that's 3 outs. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. 1 man left at second. And after 1/2 inning, our beloved Mets 2, the O's are coming up to bat. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to the bottom of the first inning. The Orioles are going to have Mullins, Mancini, and Santander leading off 1, 2, and 3. After Santana, we got Galvis batting 4th. Batting 5th is Mountcastle. Batting 6th will be DJ Stewart. Batting 7th is Franco. Batting 8th is Wilkerson playing second base. And batting 9th is the catcher tonight, Austin Wins. Taijuan Walker on the mound. He's 4-2, like I said earlier. 2.17 earned run average, a 1.06 whip, 54 innings pitched, 34 hits, 23 base on balls, 57 strikeouts, and only have given up 2 home runs. So Mullins will be leading off here against Taijuan Walker, and Mullins. First pitch is in there for a call, strike 1. So he's already ahead, 1 strike on Mullins. The next pitch, all-speed pitch. Just missed it there, fouled it out of play, 76 mile an hour, and he's up ahead. He's ahead on Mullins, 0-2. Now the key thing is to stay ahead, keep working out some off-speed pitches, but be somewhere near the strike zone, but make sure that you have your off-speed and your breaking pitches in. Oh, and he punches it the other way. He threw a fastball, 96 on the outside corner, and that is excellent hitting by Mullins. He pitched it on the outside corner, you punch it the other way. They played him with a shift, and why would you be throwing the ball? This is the first mistake of the night by a pitcher as far as defense is concerned, because you're the first sign of defense, like I said. And when I teach the kids, we play straight up, but if we feel we're facing someone that we have played several times, I definitely will have a slight shift, not like the major league shift, but a slight shift. If you're going to have any big shift on a hitter, that means that you're going to look to have him, your pitcher is looking to get him to pull the ball to the shift. That was where Taijuan went after him and threw the ball in the outside corner, and he just basically just punched the other way for a hit. Nobody was there. Next batter up, Mancini. Mancini hits a fly ball over the right field. McKinney running over. Oh, he makes a play on the ball, but was it foul or fair? That's the problem right here we got to figure out, and I think they're saying it's a fair ball. They might have to look at that as a replay because it was very close to the line. So now we got to determine if that's a fair ball or a foul ball, but it was a nice hustle by McKinney, but he just missed it. And it looks like that's going to be a fair ball. Man, oh man, oh man. So Mancini takes the very first pitch by Taijuan Walker and hits a fly ball towards the foul line in right field. And McKinney makes a nice grab, but unfortunately, he does not grab it. And it looked like it was in fair territory. So I don't know if they're going to look at it or not. I'm waiting to see. But looking at it from this replay, it looks like that ball is in fair territory when he touched it. So I believe that's going to be a fair ball. We'll have to see it in another angle. But right now, yeah, that's what's going to happen here. I don't know if they're going. They haven't shown anything yet. No, that's definitely a hit. They're not looking at that. So, all right, first and second. So already Taijuan Walker in a little bit of a situation here. You got to give up 2 hits. And now we got Santander up at the plate. First pitch to Santander is in there for a call strike on the outside corner. So 0-1 on Santander. He's batting .276 with 4 home runs and 16 RBIs. .764 OPS for the season coming into this matchup. We got Taijuan Walker about to deliver his 6th pitch. There's nobody out in first and second for the O's. Down in the zone, ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. So this is when we're going to have to bear down here and see if Taijuan Walker can get himself out of this early jam here in this game. He does have a 2-0 lead, so he could be a little aggressive, but at the same time, there's 2 base runners on base, so the guy at the plate is the lead run, and we don't want to right away give up a big long ball here on a warm night. So you want to keep the ball down, and right now, so far, he's doing that other than that high outside pitch that was a mistake against Mullins on the shift. So 2-1 is the count here. He definitely needs to bear down here a little bit, get himself back on track. Let's get a pitch over. So we're looking. It looks like he's going to go with an off speed down in the zone, and the pitch. And that's a fly ball over the left field. Coming over is KP, and he makes it look easy. So a fly ball to the left field to Kevin Pillar, and that's 1 out and a runner in first and second. So 1 out. So 1 away here for Taijuan Walker. Up next, cleanup tonight. Freddie Galvis is batting 4th. So 8 pitches in here for Taijuan Walker. Mets lead 2-0. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Just getting underway here at Camden Yards. The Mets and the O's. He's batting .259 with 9 home runs, 23 RBIs, and a .796 OPS. The OPS is pretty good, and that's just simply because he's more of a doubles guy, singles guy, and he has some pop and he can hit it out of the park. And the first pitch in there for a call strike, took something off of that pitch right down the pipe in the lower part of the strike zone, lower end of the strike zone. So 0-1 on Galvis. Mets and O's going at it, bottom of the first inning in Camden Yards in Maryland. And the next pitch and a swing and a miss at 94-mile-an-hour fastball up high in the zone. It was in the strike zone. 0-2 on Galvis. So Taijuan Walker in control here in this at-bat. Make sure that you stay ahead now. Let's work the zone. Don't give him anything beautiful to hit. And let's see if we can get him to fish for something down in the zone and get a double play and get out of this inning. Ooh, inside. Beautiful pitch. Took it looking, boy. Take a seat. That's strike 3. And that is out number 2. What a pitch by Taijuan Walker, inside corner, painted the black on Freddie Galvis. Take a seat, my friend. 2 outs, 2 on, and let's see if we can get this one more out and get out of this inning. He's only 11 pitches in, so he can get out of here on just 12, 13 pitches. He's staring down on Mountcastle, who is the DH tonight, and look at that pitch, a little off-speed spinny Rooney in there in the lower part of the strike zone, 85 miles an hour for a strike. Mountcastle, .252 batting average, 8 home runs, 31 big RBIs, and a .721 OPS. So he is a top dog here with he's the RBI guy. And the 0-1. Inside jammed him. He swung at that one. That ball was not a strike. Came in on him and didn't get the hands out extended enough, and he fouls it off out of play. 0-2 on Mountcastle. Thirteen pitches for Taijuan Walker. He's about to throw his 14th pitch of this inning. Could it be the last pitch? And to get out of the inning after getting the first 2 hitters to come up and get on base. And they're going outside, and a pitch. Ooh, he painted the black. He was in a great spot, but Mountcastle put a swing on it and fouled it off out of play, so he's still alive, 0-2. Come on, let's go, Taijuan. Let's go, TW. Let's get out of this inning, baby. Let's get out of the inning. Let's make a pitch here. Pitcher's pitch here in the corner. Come on, paint it. I gave him too much plate there. That was too good of a pitch, but Mountcastle could not get in front of it. Fouled it off out of play. We're gonna go back to that 0-2 right again. We're gonna just go back to that. 15 pitches in for Walker. And the 0-2. Keep it down. Oh, my goodness. He didn't get the call. It was very close. Very close. Let's go. Just stay focused, Taijuan. Don't worry about it. That definitely caught the corner just a little bit. It needed to be a little bit more inside, but it was definitely a nice pitch. Man, he almost painted the black on that one. But that's ball 1. Didn't get the call. You're still ahead, baby. Let's go. Let's make a pitch. Pitcher's pitch, that's what you want to do. You want to bury them in the corners, paint the black, and get out of there. Here we go. A little off-speed, get a little bit away from McCann, but he blocks it, keeps it in front. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Mountcastle. Spin of Rooney, the slider. Down in the dirt. Good stop by McCann. That ball was definitely short, so it's a great play by keeping that ball in front of them. Here we go, 2-2 count. There's 2 outs and 2 on for the O's. The Mets lead 2-0. We're in the bottom half of the first inning. And the 2-2. Go get him, baby. Oh, that's hit hard. It's a base hit. That's come up throwing. Kevin Pillar's coming up. Oh, he's forgetting about him. Mullins, he's going over to second base. All right, Mullins scores. He's got the great speed. Base hit by Mountcastle. Brings in a run. Now cuts the lead 2-1. The Orioles definitely score a run here. Runners are still on first and second right now with 2 out. 18 pitches in. And it looks like we're going to have a ball game here, folks. It looks like we're going to have a ball game. He went down there. That's tremendous contact on a ball down in the zone. But that's exactly what you got to do. You just got to meet the ball there, hit it level, hit it hard, and hopefully it finds a hole. And that's exactly what happened there. It's just a good piece of hitting with staying with the ball. He didn't leak forward too early. He stayed back long enough, and he was able to put the sweet spot of the bat on the ball. And that's what happens, man. So, again, here we go. Next guy up is DJ Stewart, and his first pitch is in there in the outside corner for a strike, 95 mile an hour. So 0-1 on Stewart. He's coming up there with 2 out and 2 on. He's batting .229 with 6 home runs and 19 RBIs. Almost every guy in the Orioles team has at least 5 or 6 dingers. So they're a team that they got some balanced attack here as far as the long ball. And the second pitch to him, inside, run inside and way inside, missed. That's ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Walker in 20 pitches. And all because if we would have made the play by McKinney, we wouldn't, right now, he would have been out of the inning, unfortunately. That's what happens. And also the miscue with the missed pitch as far as the shift is concerned. That was also the killing. That's what you got to look at. When you look at all this stuff, me being, so many years coaching travel ball and being in a lot of games and a number of tournaments and all that, it's just, this is what I look at. It's like you gotta make sure that if you're doing these things defensively, that your pitcher is able to locate and do that and do what he needs to do to get those outs. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and struck him out of there. He went ahead. Hey, way to chuck, baby. Walker just went ahead and chucked on this guy, Williams, so he strikes him out. So at the end, there was 1 run on 3 hits. No errors, 2 guys left on base. And at the end of 1 inning in Baltimore, it's the Mets 2, the Orioles 1. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, man. We're now going on to the top half of the second inning. The Mets will have Kevin Pillar leading off here. So we got 7, 8, and 9, Pillar, Williams, and Peraza. Matt Harvey threw 20, almost 30 pitches, 31 pitches in the first inning. Pillar coming in, 243 batting average, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. And swinging the ball, and it goes off the glove, off the second baseman. It was weakly hit, not hit sharply, but again, towards the right side. They were playing slightly a shift, and the ball was pitched by Matt Harvey a little bit away from where he needed to be at on the shift. And that's how this is. It's so important to be able to locate your pitch as well, so you have a better opportunity to get the outs that you want when you have a shift on a hitter. So KP is able to get on base. So we got a leadoff base runner here in the top of the second inning. So now we have Mason Williams up, the young kid from the farm system who has come up and has played well for us. And the first pitch on Williams right down the pipe, 93 miles an hour for a strike. So 0-1 on Williams. Williams coming in here 3 for 16 this season, 465 on base percentage. Obviously, no home runs, no RBIs, but he's 3 for 16. So he needs to get cooking here. We need to get some more offensive production from him because he's playing well with the defense. Big swing and a miss on the outside corner with a 93 mile an hour fastball tailing away. And now he's in the hole, 0-2. So 0-2 on Williams. Matt Harvey in 35 pitches now. And the 0-2, he's way ahead. And he swings and a miss. And he strikes out, yes. Yes? Take a shower? Yeah, okay, all right. No problem. Bye-bye. Careful there with him. So 0-2 on Mason Williams. 35 pitches in for Matt Harvey. 0-2 on Williams. He's got to protect the plate. Let's see if Harvey's going to bulldog him or not. Oh, he went after him. Ball was up high in the zone, but Williams swings and misses on the fastball. 93 mile an hour so far. So he hit that 97 with great movement back in the second inning or the first inning. I haven't seen 97 as of yet again. But right now that's, Williams is out, so it's 1 out, 1 on. And Jose Peraza will be coming up. So we got Jose Peraza up at the plate, 1 out, 1 on. Matt Harvey, 36 pitches in, throws a slider way outside in the strike zone for ball 1. So Peraza ahead 1-0. KP can be a sneaky base runner. I'm surprised that he has not thrown over to Kevin Pillar yet. Maybe Pillar is not being too aggressive, but I think he should definitely consider it. Harvey does have a pretty good move to first. And the pitch down in the zone, hit it hard. This may be a double play. Got one. And over to first, scoops it up on a short hop and gets out of the inning. So a 6-4-3 double play for the O's. Doubles up the Mets here on the ground ball by Jose Peraza. And that ends the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 1 1/2 inning is the Mets 2. The Orioles 1. During the break here, we're going to go over. Let's look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Let's see what's going on in the MLB. We got in the second inning in Philadelphia, Atlanta, and Philadelphia are scoreless. There's a rain delay in the top of the first inning in Pittsburgh. The Dodgers and the Pirates are on a rain delay. Obviously, no score there. Top of the second inning in Miami, Colorado leads the Marlins 1-0. And they got runners on first and second with nobody out, so they're getting cooking there. In the middle of the second inning in Boston, Boston leads the Astros 2-1. Bottom of the second in Cincinnati, Cincinnati leads Milwaukee 2-1. In the bottom of the second in Detroit is scoreless between Detroit and Seattle. Bottom of the first inning, already a number of runs in that game. We're just in the bottom of the first. The Washington Nationals scored 2 in the top half of the first inning. They are now trailing the Tampa Bay Rays 3-2, and the Rays still have one more guy in scoring position at second base with 2 out in the bottom of the first inning. So the Rays lead the Nationals 3-2. Earlier today, Texas beat San Francisco in 11 innings with a walk-off 4-3, and then we also have a final. Oakland beat Arizona 4-0. San Diego lost to Chicago in San Diego 3-1, and we still have some games that are still waiting to be played. The Yankees are playing in Minnesota. That game is at 8:10. Also, an 8:10 start. The White Sox in Toronto in Chicago. 8:15 start between Cleveland and the St. Louis Cardinals in St. Louis. That's an 8:15 start. So those games have not started as of yet. And that's your out-of-town scoreboard here on Met Central. So, they're just showing right now on the screen the top leaders in earned run average, and we got 2 Mets in there. DeGrom is number 1, and Taijuan Walker is number 5 in the National League with earned run average. So Taijuan coming in here with a 2.17, as you know, Jacob DeGrom with that, incredible 0.62 earned run average. All right, first pitch over to Franco is over for a strike. Franco 208 with 7 home runs, 31 RBIs, and a 618 OPS. Yeah, and the next pitch, fastball blazing in there outside, just missed. 1 ball, 1 strike on Franco. With a 1-1 pitch on Franco, right down the pipe, missed it, fouled it off right at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So he's in the hole now, man. We're in a good spot here by Taijuan Walker. Walker in 25 pitches thus far in this game. Come on, let's go, TW. And a pitch. Fastball right down the pipe, and Franco just hits a level line drive base hit into center field. And the Orioles start off the top of the second inning with a base runner. So we got a man on with nobody out, and coming up is going to be Wilkerson. All right, let's keep the ball down. Let's work in. Let's get ourselves in position to get a ground ball double play if we can get out of here. Wilkerson did not play yesterday. He is coming in to play second base today. Let's see what his numbers are. Taijuan is taking a look over at Franco, and the pitch. That's a strike in the outside corner, 93 miles an hour, and 0-1 count on Stevie Wilkerson, who is batting .200 this season with no home runs, 2 RBIs, and only a .519 OPS. Again, anything is possible, but we should definitely be gunslinging here and try to get this guy out, keep the ball down in the zone, and see if he can hit a ground ball and get the double play ball. And the pitch. Up high in the zone, man, that ball went straight back. He just missed that 0-2 on Wilkerson. So 2 strikes on Wilkerson. I say you got to go out and bulldog this guy, but meaning in a sense, not just strictly fastball, but meaning that go after him somewhere in the strike zone, but away from the plate, either inside or outside, depending on the analytics on this guy. And they're going inside, and the pitch, it was outside, and he swung and he missed. So we'll take it. That was a mistake by Walker. Did not hit his spot there. So far, a few times he's not hit his spot thus far today, as well as Harvey. So nobody's really been dominant here thus far. But he gets a strikeout, and we'll take it. 86 miles an hour. And Wilkerson is out of there. So we got 1 out and 1 on. And that's going to bring up another gentleman that is playing today that was not playing yesterday, and that's Austin Wynn. And we know that he's not their main catcher. But let's see what he can do here. He is batting ninth. And the first pitch in there for a call strike. So 1 strike on Wynn. Wynn is 2 for 13 this year, and no home runs, 1 RBI with a 308 OPS. So he's not getting a lot of action. Obviously, it's a rest day for Severino. And the 0-1. Go and get him. He got him to ground out to short. Flip over to Peraza, back over to first. Double play, 6-4-3. We pay them back with that one. What a play by Lindor, coming in and charging that weakly hit grounder to short. They double him up. They get out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on base. And after 2 innings in Baltimore, it's the Mets 2 and the Orioles 1. All right, here we go, man. Top of the 3rd inning, ladies and gentlemen. The Mets lead 2-1. It seems like it's definitely a hot, humid night in Maryland. Watching some of the Met players in the dugout, you can see them sweating there. McCann has got to be hot behind the plate. Tough job. See if we can get something going here against Matt Harvey. The top of the order again. Jonathan VR leading off. So we got 1, 2, and 3. Let's see if we can get rocking and rolling here and get some more runs. He was all for 1 with a line out his first time at the plate. Matt Harvey, first pitch, fouled off out of play, so an 0-1 count on VR. And the pitch. Line drive, fair ball. Down the line, this may be 2. Go, dig, let's go. And JV with a leadoff double. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Way to stroke. Come on now. Let's go. Let's follow it up now. So Francisco Lindor is going to get a shot here on Matt Harvey with JV at second base with a leadoff double, staying level. Look at that swing, folks. That's the way you young guys out there that are playing ball, that's the way you do it. That's the professional way. Hit the ball level, cut it in half, and drive it. Let it dictate where it's going to go after you hit it level. That ball was a little inside, down in the zone. He went down there, got the fat head of the bat on the ball, and put it in play, and he hit a line drive for a double down the line. So here we go, Francisco Lindor with VR at second. Inside, nice pitch. Good location by Matt Harvey. Ahead on Lindor, 0-1. Lindor walked his first time up, took about 7-8 pitches, took him deep into the count, ended up walking and ended up scoring on the 2-run homer by Pete Alonso, who happens to be on deck. So here we go, folks. Let's go Mets, baby. Let's go Mets. And Matt Harvey with the pitch. Down in the zone. That just missed. 1 ball, 1 strike on Francisco Lindor. Harvey at 42 pitches so far in pretty much just 2 innings. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's keep it going here. Lindor is set. And Harvey, a little check over to Jonathan VR. He's not going anywhere. Trying to keep him a little off balance there. Keep him on his toes. VR is an aggressive base runner, which I absolutely love. I don't think he's going to take any chances here trying to steal third unless the ball gets through. Obviously, we're looking at a ball in the dirt. Keeping our eyes open. Make sure you get your good secondary lead and be in position just in case the ball's in the dirt. And the pitch. Outside and away. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike on Lindor. So Lindor's in a great spot here. It's a hitter's count, 2-1. Harvey's just missing. It's not like he's all over the place. He's just missing on these pitches. I think he's actually pitching better now after the first inning with location. And his command has been pretty decent. Not great, but it hasn't been bad. So he had a 2-1 count and a pitch. Nice. A lot of spin on that ball. He's getting good rotation, but it misses. It's way inside on Lindor, and Lindor lays off. And, hey, now he's in a very good spot. 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, we're looking for something to drive here. We're hoping that Matt Harvey challenges him with a fastball. It'll be a mistake if he puts it right over the plate. If you're going to throw one here, you got to keep it down in the zone in the corner somewhere. And let's see. 3-1 pitch. Right down the pipe, and it's outside in the corner. And it was a line drive foul ball out of play down the left field line by Francisco Lindor. And we got a full count once again. So another battle between Lindor and Matt Harvey. Pistol Pete on deck with Don Smith in the hole. We got VR at second and nobody out. Full count on Francisco Lindor. The Mets lead 2-1. We're in the top half of the third inning. An opportunity for us to put up some more runs here against Matt Harvey. And the 3-2. Oh, man, Lindor misses and he strikes him out. Matt Harvey gets the strikeout on Lindor. So now it's 1 out, 1 on, and it's going to be up to Pistol Pete and see if he can keep the hot bat going. He has had 3 home runs in his last 5 at-bats. So Pistol Pete is on fire right now with the long ball. A warm night in Baltimore, which I discussed in the pregame, is dangerous for anybody who can get the ball in the air. A guy like Pistol Pete, do not leave it flat there. If he gets a hold of it, it's going to be out of the ballpark. So 1 out, 1 on. That was Matt Harvey's second strikeout of this game. Pistol Pete at the plate. First time up. 2-run homer to give the Mets a 2-0 lead. Since then, the Baltimore Orioles have cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1. But we got a runner at second with 1 out. Another opportunity to score. And Pistol Pete with a big swing. Foul ball out of play. 94 mile an hour on the outside corner of the plate. And it's an 0-1 count on Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete with 10 home runs, 30 RBI. He's starting to cook now with these home runs. I could see him easily hitting over 30 home runs at this pace. And, he can hit them, and he could probably hit 2 home runs, 3 home runs a week, so he's capable of it. And the 0-1 on Pete. Got jammed. It may drop, and it will, and it's going to bring in a run. No, VR held up. Oh, man, I thought he was going to run home. He did not. He held up, not too sure if. And what is that? Is Pete hurting? He got jammed so much he probably wrung his arms and his hands. Okay, let's see here. Harvey. Straight up fastball. Oh, yeah, he's got almost the middle half of the bat, so he got definitely wrung. Oh, man, he got all that vibration on the arms. He muscled himself a hit. And obviously, VR wasn't sure if they were going to catch it, so he had to hold up. So we got first and third with 1 out. Definitely want to stay away from the double play ball here. We got Dom Smith coming up. So hopefully Dom can put it in play. A fly ball here is what we're looking for. We really want to try to get that 1 run back and get that 2-run lead for Taijuan Walker. And the pitch inside. He got a fly ball. It's in the infield. My goodness. First pitch. Gets a little jam. Pop up in the infield. Wilkinson gets under it. And that's 2 outs. Matt Harvey is in position here to get out of this mess. with a leadoff double, we got that man at third base, and we're not going to get him in, will be horrible for us. We definitely need someone to come up, and with James McCann coming up right now, we need him to come through here. So now 2 outs with VR at third and Pete Alonso at first. So McCann came up his first time up, and he hit a monster hit for a double. We need him to follow up with a hit right here, right now. We cannot get the fly ball now at this point in time. We really need a ball to be cut in half, hit hard. Let's just stay level. Let's put the ball in play, hit it hard, and let's see if we can get a hole. And the pitch. A big swing. Again, this is not what I want to see. McCann has been swinging the ball. Do not take yourself away from your discipline. Right here, right now, you're looking for good contact. We're not looking for the monster home run. This is not like the last out of the game. We're just trying to tie the game up. We have a 2-1 lead. We got a runner at third. A pass ball can get him. A wild pitch can get him in. But most importantly is that you want to be able to hit the ball hard here with 2 out. Put it in play and give yourself a chance. They may find a hole. Hit the ball on the line. Cut it in half. But big swings like that, big hacks, are not going to cut it. And Matt Harvey challenged him in the outside corner. He painted it, and he's ahead 0-2 now on McCann. So Harvey battling away here. That was a good pitch, and he did get a piece of the corner. That's a pitcher's pitch. So he painted it, and now 0-2 on McCann, and he's going to have to bear down here. Let's see if he can hang in there. Discipline here. Got to watch out for the junk. You want to stay back on off-speed pitches. You want Harvey to make a mistake here. If he does not make a mistake here, you got to show that you got the discipline to stay back, let the ball stay down, and miss. And there goes the ball. Does it get through? Yes! Base hit by James McCann on an off-speed pitch by a Matt Harvey that stood up on a tee. He was able to hit it level, line drive, base hit, RBI for James McCann. He continues his hot bat, as well as Pete Alonso. Man, oh man, we needed that run. That's coming up clutch. We take a 3-1 lead now. We just add another run, and that one run we get, there it goes. Oh my goodness, right at the top of the bat. Just hit it level enough and over that little slight shift by Wilkinson right over the bag for a single up the middle to our center field, and the Mets take a 3-1 lead. So VR's double, leadoff double, pays off. We get somebody to come through and make something happen. Now it's not over yet. 2 runners on, first and third, 2 out, and a dangerous McKinney up. Oh man, right down the pipe. He challenged him, and he totally missed the ball. This guy is so dangerous. I would not pitch him that over the plate. That was just too good of a pitch. But he missed that one. So 0-1 on McKinney. But I would say you got to be careful here with McKinney, man, if you're Matt Harvey, because this guy can definitely roll. He gets a hole in one, he's going to hit it out of the park. And that will be absolutely just wonderful for us as Met fans to see the Mets jump up 6-1 just like that. But here we go. It's not the case. It's 0-1. Harvey with the set and the pitch. Inside, 2 inside, 93-mile-an-hour fastball, misses. 1 ball, 1 strike on McKinney. 54 pitches here for Harvey in 2 2/3 innings. My goodness, that's a lot of pitches already. But that's exactly what we want. We want to wear him down, but we want to be able to score some more runs. It'll be great to pick up Pistol Pete here and get him home. McKinney, the pitch. Oh, man, the spinner Rudy down in the zone, swing and a miss. And he's now 1-2 on McKinney. So McKinney in trouble here. Got to put the ball in play. Matt Harvey is ahead. Top of the 3rd inning, 2 out, 2 on. Mets scored a run. They lead the Orioles 3-1 here. Matt Harvey about to throw his 56th pitch and the pitch. And it fouled off out of play. 95-mile-an-hour in the top half of the strike zone. Nice level swing, just missed it. McKinney fouls it off, and he's still alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're going to run that right back. Come on, let's go. Let's go, Bill. Let's go, Billy. Let's go, Billy. Let's make something happen here. Let's make something happen, baby. Let's go. Make something happen. Put it in play. Oh, right down the pipe. That's going to be another hit. That's going to score another run. And it's now 4-1 Mets. Way to go, Billy McKinney. Coming through with the clutch base hit. Bringing in Pete Alonso. Man, oh man, that's what we want to see. Matt Harvey is starting to get into trouble here. 4-1 Mets. Let's go, baby. RBI single for Billy McKinney. Left the ball in the fat part of the plate and staying level again. This is what I'm talking about. Level swings. That's what we want to see. Home runs are going to come. Let it come naturally. But when you have an opportunity, when you have 2 strikes, you go out there and hit the ball level. You give yourself an opportunity to get line drives, base hits, even if they're weakly hit, medium hit, or hard hit. That was well struck by Billy McKinney, putting the Mets in a 4-1 spot here. So 4-1 Mets, top of the third, and the inning is still not over. There's still 2 runners on base, first and second with 2 out, and we got KP coming up. So let's see if we can keep it going, man. I think if we get one more hit here and we get another run, we might be chasing Harvey out of here very early. I mean, he pitched 4 innings the first time around, and right now we're tattooing him, and we're in the 3rd inning. So let's see how it pans out. The pitching coach came out to give him a little pep talk. We'll see what pans out here for KP. Come on, Pilar. He's 1 for 1. He did single his first time up. We just need him to go and do it again. Something you can handle. Drive the ball. Let's make something happen. First and second, 2 out. And the pitch down in the zone. 83 mile an hour off-speed pitch. Misses the zone. 1-0 on Kevin Pilar. Mets have scored 2 runs here on Matt Harvey in the top of the 3rd inning on 4 hits. Well-struck balls by everybody that struck the ball except for the little blooper shot by McCann. Actually, not McCann. Oh, and that was driven way back. That is going to be out of here, and it is gone. Home run, KP, and that should be the ball game for Matt Harvey. 7 runs scored by the Mets. They score 5 in his inning. A 3-run homer by KP. He empties the bases here. My goodness, he just roped that ball out of the park. As soon as he hit it, I just felt it was already gone, man. I feel bad for Matt Harvey. I mean, he was a great Met. And we love the Dark Knight, and I'm sure I speak for a lot of Met fans, but man, oh man, he is getting killed by our Mets, man. Hey, we'll take it. Again, any other day, we'll want Matt Harvey to have some great success, but not today. Man, the 2-seamer right down in the zone, fat part of the plate, and KP did not miss it, baby. Drop that bat head level, and that's a level swing. Again, not trying to do too much. It's level. Get some elevation if you get it. More than likely on a warm night like today, very high humidity, ball travels well out of the park. And there we go, 7-1 Mets with 2 out, nobody on now. The bases are clear. And Matt Harvey, oh man, they pounded us last night. We coming back right now, 7-1 lead. 7-1 lead. So the bullpen is cranking for the O's. Mason Williams pops it up. They had a shift on him. He's rolling over, and Galvis is moving over to more where the shortstop spot where he should be at, and he flags it down. Pop-up by Mason Williams, and that is the inning. The Mets score 5 runs. The 3-run homer by Kevin Pilar is the big shot there in that inning. I mean, wow. Here we are, man. So after 2 1/3 innings, we're going to the bottom of the 3rd. The Mets now lead the Orioles 7-1, man. Let's hold that thing up. I'll be right back after this. All right, we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, a big inning for the Mets in the top half of the 3rd inning, scoring 5 runs, pretty much on 5-6 hits. They really tore up Matt Harvey, man. Tough go for Matt Harvey. Obviously, he's not going to last much longer in this game. But the Orioles, man, they're still dangerous. Like I said in the pregame show, they're the hottest team in the MLB right now batting. So they got the top of the order versus Taijuan Walker. And the first pitch to Mullins is in there for a call strike. And this is where I want my pitcher to stay aggressive. 7-1 lead. You got a 6-run lead. You should be definitely going and attacking the hitters, making sure that you have good command and control of your pitches, but you want to stay ahead and just get them to hit the ball because it's going to take a lot for them to get back in the game. So we want to give your defense an opportunity to make some plays. So right now already with a spin-a-rooney for strike 2 and a defensive swing there by Mullins on the 3rd pitch, he fouls it off out of play. So 0-2 count on Cedric Mullins. And the pitch down in the zone, and that's ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cedric Mullins. The Mets batted 8 batters in that last inning, so they're going to get the top of the order again in the 4th. A 1-2 count on Cedric Mullins and Taijuan Walker from the full windup and a pitch down in his zone. Got him to swing. He bailed a little bit. He came forward as you've seen that. It was just a nasty breaking pitch. Gets him out of there on 4 pitches. So Cedric Mullins strikes out. Strikeout swinging. So there's 1 out and nobody on here for the Orioles here in the bottom of the 3rd. Coming up is Trey Mancini. And the first pitch to Mancini inside, ball 1. 94 on the fastball. Come on, Walker. Just stay ahead, man. Let's go. Just pitch. Make quality pitches here, baby. You're up 7-1. And a pitch right there. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mancini. 37 pitches. Well, actually 38 pitches thrown by Taijuan Walker. And whoa, that one was. He lost a little bit there on that grip. Ball came in on the hitter, but he was able to get out of it. So Trey Mancini is up 2-1 on his count here. Get back in there, kid. Let's go. Engage. 2-1 pitch. Down in the zone. That's ball 3. So we got a 3-1 count here. Taijuan Walker's got to find the zone again. Again, there's no reason to allow any momentum to happen here. So my thing is go right after him and throw him a strike and let's see if he can hit it. And he misses. He should have thrown a better pitch than that. He should have definitely went after him somewhere in the box, but definitely towards more of the middle top half. He totally missed there, so hopefully this is not going to be something that's going to open up a can of worms here. So Mancini works out a walk. So we got 1 out, 1 on. Now we're looking for the double play ball. Keep the ball down. Be aggressive again. That guy at first and the one at second is not going to beat you here. It is the bottom of the 3rd. We don't want to build momentum, so you definitely want to get ahead on Anthony Santander and hopefully get him to ground something out. And the first pitch to him, up in the strike zone, middle top half of the zone on the outside corner, 89 miles an hour. He fouls it off out of play, so a strike on Santander. Come on, let's go, TW. Make some pitches. Get out of it early, man. We want to work. We don't want to work hard. We want to work smart and get out of here as quickly as we can. With a 7-1 lead, you don't want your pitch count to go up high. There you go. Popped him up, jammed him a little bit. Getting under it is Mason Williams. He's under it in center field, and he puts it away. 1 out. That's actually out number 2. Sorry about that. 2 out and a runner at first. So Santana flies out to center field. So we got 2 out for Taijuan Walker, and he's at 43 pitches. And now he's got to deal with Freddie Galvis. Galvis, he struck out his first time at the plate. So, again, we want to attack him and get him out of there as quickly as we can. That should be the mindset. With a 7-1 lead, you don't want to work hard with the pitches. You want to make quality pitches and try to hopefully get some ground balls or some fly balls and get them out of there. And that one is down in the zone. Ball 1. So 1 ball on Freddie Galvis. Again, 2 outs, runner at first for the Orioles here in the bottom of the 3rd. The Mets put up a big 5 spot in the in the top of the 3rd inning, and they have stretched this lead to a 6-run lead with a 7-1 lead over the O's. That's inside. It gets away from McCann. It actually reflected off. I think he just totally missed that ball. That ball is a pass ball for sure on Mr. McCann. It's a fastball tailing in. Yeah, he just missed it with the glove side over to the first base side. It just hit off the edge of the glove and went to the backstop. So the runner advances. So, no double play, obviously. We're 2 out. We're basically looking to get this guy out right here. So I am not too concerned with Mancini. He can try to steal a base if he wanted to. I am looking, even though it's the 3rd inning, my mindset is just basic baseball. Let's try to just get this guy out. So 2 out, 2-0. Let's get back in the count and the pitch. Down in the zone. So he's missing now. 3-0 on Taijuan Walker on Freddie Galvis, man. This is not the way we want to go. We don't want to make it 1st and 2nd and bring up a 3rd guy with an opportunity for a 3-run shot. He should definitely try to get back in the strike zone and get a strike here. He's got to throw 3 strikes in a row. And that's 1. Just barely got it, but he got it. 3 balls, 1 strike on Galvis. And I say you got to get back in there and throw it again. And they're showing the probable starters for that series against the Padres: Snell, Musgrove, and Paddock going against DeGrom, Stroman, and Lucchesi. And the pitch. And there goes. A fly ball should be under it. And Mason Williams makes 2 putouts in his inning. And that will be it. Flied out to center field. That is in. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody, 1 person left on base. And after 3 full innings in Baltimore, it's the Mets 7, the Orioles 1, and we'll be right back after this. All right, we're back here, man. Top of the 4th inning, the Mets lead 7-1 on Matt Harvey and the Baltimore Orioles. And we're going to get my scorebook turned around. We're going to have Peraza lead off here, and then we got the top of the order, VR, and then Lindor. And the first pitch. All right, so we have a new pitcher in Plunko. Plunko is in for Matt Harvey, so obviously we thought it was a possibility he would not be in there, and he's not. So right away, Peraza fouls off 2 pitches. I think I think I missed that first pitch, but it's 0-2 on Peraza at the moment. And the 0-2 on Peraza. Big swing and a miss, and he's out of there in 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 35, Mr. Plunko. Just chucking away on Peraza. He climbed the ladder on him there, and he just swung and missed. So, he actually, my mistake, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Climbed the ladder 2 times on him. Sorry about that. I apologize. I said 1. I thought he struck out, and it actually was a ball on the first pitch. So, overall, a strikeout for Peraza. So, Peraza is out of there. Swing and a miss. And now we got the top of the order with Jonathan VR coming up at the plate. VR struck a double his last time up. He's 1 for 2 with a run score. Got his batting average up to 245 right now. And the first pitch up high in the zone, 92 mile an hour. Missed it. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike on Jonathan VR. All right, let's get this thing going here, man. We want to keep scoring some runs. We got a 6-run lead. Obviously, it's not over yet. You got to play all the way to the last out. And the pitch, that is close in the strike zone. It was above the box. It should have been a ball, but the umpire called it. So we got 1 ball, 1 strike on Jonathan VR here. And Plunko with the pitch. That one was dropping in there almost like in a T. And VR made some contact, fouled it off out of play. So it's a 1-2 count on Jonathan VR. So here we go, 1-2. VR is behind in the count. Plunko is ahead. And there is 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning. And the pitch. Down in the zone. That's a good spot. That's what you should be trying to do. Trying to see if Jonathan VR would fish. He did not go. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mr. Plunko is on 8 pitches. He's about to throw his 9th pitch here in the top half of the 4th inning. And full windup and a pitch. Outside, ball 3. So we got a full count. Exactly what we want to do, man. You always want to try to get pitchers deep in counts and give yourself a chance to either get a quality pitch or maybe be able to get that walk, that base on balls. But the only way you're going to get there is by being very disciplined at the plate. So it's a 3-2 count on VR and a pitch. Right down the pipe, and he just missed that one. 92 miles an hour, and he just got a piece of it. It should have been a ball he should have made better contact with. But again, hey, we're going to run it. We're going to do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. VR is still alive. So the 3-2, Plunko looking in. VR ready to rock and roll, man. They're looking to go outside in the pitch. And that's the way. Punch it out there. Get another hack at it. Way to keep hacking, man. I always say shut up and hack, and that's basically what you got to do. You're up there. You're hacking away. You're fighting off pitches. Give yourself a chance to get a better quality pitch. 3-2, fouled it off. The ball was in the outside corner. It was probably a little bit, might have been ball 4, but he got a piece of it. Gets another opportunity here. So 3-2 and the pitch again. right down the pipe. He didn't hit it squarely. Weak grounder over to second base. From second to first. Wilkinson over to first base, and that is a 4-3 putout. So, 2 out now for the Mets. That's going to bring up Francisco Lindor, who was off for 1 with a walk and a run score. Come on, Francisco. And the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Now, Francisco did strike out his last time at the plate. So now he's ahead 0-1 on Plunko. Definitely want to be able to get a better at-bat here. So you got to get better pitches, better swings. That one, he challenged him up in the zone. He went for it. So 0-1 on Lindor. Whoa, that one is inside. Did it hit him? It's saying go over to first base. I don't know if it hit Francisco Lindor. Did it? Well, he's going over to first base. I guess he got hit with the ball there. So we got a hit by pitch. Let's see the replay. And oh, yeah, did catch him on the elbow. Wow. So Lindor is over at first base, got hit by the pitch by Plunko. So we got 2 outs and a runner at first. A good base runner there with a 7-1 lead. I'll be aggressive. I'll be willing to send him, just to put pressure on the team and keep them off balance, keep them pressurized. But then again, you got Pistol Pete up at the plate, and he's been monstering and raking like crazy. Oh, breaking like crazy. So again, let's put it this way. Let me recheck. Let me rethink this. With Pistol Pete there and the way he's been raking, you don't have to try to steal the base. But I would have been okay with stealing the base. But I think you got to let Pete swing the bat here because he's very hot. So 0-1 count as he threw a strike. Now he's checking over Francisco Lindor now. Obviously, I want Francisco to still put this guy in a little bit off balance and keep him on his toes. And the way to do that is obviously to get your primary lead and then get a better secondary lead just as he's getting ready to wind up and go. So right now he's got a fairly good lead. Again, 0-1 count on Pistol Pete. Lindor at first after being hit by the pitch, and that's up high on Pistol Pete. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 2 out, a runner at first. Mets lead the Orioles 7-1. Pistol Pete is at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike on him. He's been on fire. Obviously, he's looking for a pitch that he can drive here. And Plunko takes a look, and the pitch. Up high again. Looks like he doesn't want to give Pistol Pete anything near the strike zone. So it's 2-1 on Pistol Pete. He is definitely in a hitter spot right here. He's definitely looking for something in the zone that he can handle. And that's what you should be looking at. And let's see if the pitcher is going to give him anything like that. Oh, he put it over the plate. Oh, rope, but caught at third base by Franco. So Pistol Pete puts the ball in play, hits it fairly hard. Franco makes a play at third. Got to tip your hat off to him. Line out there for the last out. So that's a line out 5 on the scorebook. And that ends the inning, man. No runs, no hits. 1 runner left on base. And after 3 1/3 inning, one half inning, the Mets still lead the Orioles 7-1. So let's look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Try to do it like every other inning. Right now in the bottom of the 4th inning, we got the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies in Philadelphia. They are scoreless after 4 innings. Top of the 1st, they had a little bit of a rain delay in Pittsburgh. That is over with. Then at the top of the 1st, the Dodgers already scored a run, so they're up 1-0. We got the Rockies at Miami. Colorado leads 2-0 in the 4th inning. Top of the 4th inning in Boston, Houston leads the Boston Red Sox 5-2, and they are still batting with runners on second and third and 2 outs. So they got 2 runners in scoring position. In the top of the 4th inning in Cincinnati, Cincinnati leads Milwaukee 5-1. In the bottom of the 5th inning in Detroit, Detroit leads Seattle 1-0. Then we got Washington and Tampa Bay, who had a good start in the 1st inning, both teams scoring 3 and 2 runs alike. Washington has tied that game since then, when they're in the bottom of the 3rd in Tampa. Tampa and Washington tied at 3. The Yankees have scored a run in the top half of the 1st inning. They just ended the top half of the 1st inning. The Yankees lead the Minnesota Twins in Minnesota 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 1st inning in Chicago. South Side, Chicago, the White Sox, and Toronto are scoreless. And then we got Cleveland in the top of the 1st inning, already scored 2 runs on the St. Louis Cardinals without the Cardinals batting up yet. The Cleveland Indians lead 2-0. Final scores today: Oakland beat Arizona 4-0 in Oakland, and Texas beat San Francisco in Texas in extra innings in the 11th inning 4-3. And that's the out-of-town scoreboard. We're going to get ready to go to the bottom of the 4th inning here. For the O's, they're down 6 runs against Taijuan Walker and the New York Mets. I'm going to turn over their scorebook. So it will be Mountcastle, DJ Stewart, and Franco leading. Will be the 3 batters starting off this inning here at the bottom of the 4th inning. And Mountcastle, first pitch by Taijuan Walker, a little spin-a-rooney, and he gets some swinging. 0-1 on Mountcastle. Castle had a single his first time up with an RBI, so he's 1 for 1. And the pitch. Ground ball right back, a tapper right over to Taijuan Walker. He didn't really get himself set. Pete Alonso wasn't even at the bag. He just tossed it over there from a distance, and he gets the out. So, broken bat. So he actually jammed Mountcastle pretty bad with a broken bat. So a comebacker, a 1-3 put out, 1 out and nobody on for the O's, and that brings up the left fielder DJ Stewart. He struck out his first time up. And I would say, to be honest with you, Taijuan Walker should be throwing strikes. He's up by 6 runs. Attack these hitters. Throw your pitches. Have great command and control and get them over the plate. Not one batter is going to beat you. It's going to be a slew of batters for that to happen. So right away, just concentrate on getting outs. And for me, it's like I used to tell my kids when we played is, hey, you know what? You don't want to work so hard. Don't work so hard, especially when you have a lead. Go out there and throw your pitches. Get your pitching work in. You want to get around that 70, 80 pitch count. If you can do that and be consistent and good and not give up a big inning, even when you have a huge lead, then you're going to be okay. All right, so it's 2-0 on Stewart as he's missed his first 2 pitches. Here we go. And Taijuan gets back in there in the inside corner, paints the inside corner in the black, gets a strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike on DJ Stewart. Taijuan Walker at 53 pitches. Want to be able to get a nice fast inning here, so right away throw some more strikes, and he gets a pop-up. It is out of play over the third base side, so that's a foul. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes on DJ Stewart. Two count on DJ Stewart. Bottom of the 4th inning, nobody on with 1 out for the O's. The Mets lead the Orioles 7-1. And the pitch by Walker. Outside, 95 mile an hour, tailing away from the plate. And we got a full counter. This is what I don't want to see Taijuan Walker. I know it seems like it's a humid night. He is trying to work pretty fast. Should slow it down. He went and challenged him, got him in the outside corner to swing and miss. Strikeout for Taijuan Walker, man. So DJ Stewart is out, and that's what you got to do with these bottom guys in the inning, especially guys that weren't playing less yesterday, and they haven't been really raking in the opportunities they have gotten. He has to know that. So go right after them, and especially with a 6-run lead, you go and you attack the hitters. So Stewart is out of there, swinging a missed strikeout. So there's 2 out and nobody on, and that brings up Maikel Franco. And the first pitch to Franco. And he jams him. Oh, a nice little stop by Taney. Again, he does not settle. Doesn't get his feet set. He's throwing right from his knees. Walker with a comeback over to the pitcher's mound. Throws it over. 1 pitch to Franco. He's out of there. And that is it. A 1-3 put out. His second one of this inning. The inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. And after 4 full innings, Taijuan Walker and the New York Mets are up 7-1. We'll be right back after this. So here we go, folks. We're now in the top half of the 5th inning. Mets lead 7-1. Plunko is still on the mound for the O's, and we got Dom Smith at the plate. First pitch is for a strikeout. Dom Smith is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop out. Plunko working quickly. That's fouled off out of play, so 0-2 on Dom Smith. So 0-2 on Dominic Smith. And Plunko getting ready for the set and the pitch. That's fouled off again, out of play by Don Smith. So still 0-2. We're going to run that right back. 0-2 count. Plunko looking in. And the pitch. He climbing the ladder. Dom Smith does not go for it. He holds back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he's got to be thinking that, some pitchers are going to be bulldogs and going to go right after you, and some pitchers are going to definitely do the right thing, and that's they got the advantage. They up 0-2. You're going to have to place you pick your poison. So and that caught the outside corner. The next pitch, he painted the black pitcher's pitch. You got to give it to him. Good pitch by Plunko. Gets down Smith looking, and we have one out here in the top half of the fifth inning. So 1 out, nobody on. Plunko is in on 23 pitches thus far. Kind of holding the Mets down right now at the moment after Matt Harvey had a rough go here once again against the Mets. James McCann is up at the plate. He's 2 for 2 with a double, RBI single, and a run score. He's been on fire, man, and that's everything we expect. At least, in my opinion, that's everything I expected from him. I kind of liked him in the White Sox uniform and what he did there, and I really thought he was a great sign. And we wanted him to, I really felt he's going to be one of those guys that could be 20 home runs, 50, 60, almost 70 RBIs, and now it's starting to get cooking here. First pitch on him is a ball 1. Next pitch, outside, and he's ahead 2-0 on Plunko. So 2-0 hitters count here for sure for James McCann. Opportunity to get something going here. And the pitch right over the plate. Come back to the pitcher, just hit that, and it's right over. A simple 1-3 put out. And we got 2 out here in the top half of the fifth, sorry. All right, 2 out, nobody on for the Mets. That's going to bring up Billy McKinney up. McKinney had a nice line drive single for a run and scoring an RBI in his last at-bat, and he has also scored a run. He's 1 for 2. So 2 out and nobody on for McKinney. And the pitch. Outside, a little bit away from the plate, ball 1, so 1-0 on McKinney. 27 pitches in for Plunko in 1 2/3 innings. And the pitch. Over the plate, and that's hit well, way back, and it is out of here. Home run, Billy McKinney, and the Mets have now extended their lead 8-1. And I told you that in his last at-bat. He has a nice stroke. You got to be careful with this kid because he can drive it out of the park, and that's exactly what he did right here. The ball was middle, top end of the bat. I think it was a little bit in the inner part of the plate. Got his hands extended, got them in, extended them out, drove the ball over the right field fence for a solo shot and another run, and the Mets lead now 8-1. Let's go, baby. That is down the pipe, boy. That was actually right over the plate. And McKinney did not miss that ball at all. Great shot. I mean, man, this is a great... So far, that's coming out... Sorry about that. I apologize for the phone ringing. That is a great signing thus far by Scott here, the GM for the Mets. McKinney is really starting to come into his own with this team. So here we go, man. 2 out, and now KP, who hit a 3-run homer his last time up at the plate. Let's see what he's got here for a little encore. Let me shut down this volume over here. All right, so 1-1 on KP and the pitch. That ball is high, right? Rose up high in the strike zone. He lays off of it. 2 balls and 1 strike on KP. McKinney with a solo shot. The Mets keep putting it on here on the Orioles. 8-1 lead. KP is up 2 balls and 1 strike in his at-bat. There's nobody on. And a pitch. Outside, ball 3. So 3-1 on KP. We got Mason Williams up on deck with Jose Peraza in the hole. Those 2 guys have not gotten in this game as far as hits are concerned. So if KP can get on, we'll hope that Mason Williams can finally get himself stroking the bat. And, KP went after a ball. The ball was climbing up on the ladder on him, and he went for that pitch. It's out of play. Well, 3 balls and 2 strikes, so we got a full count on KP. .33 pitches in now and the pitch. And KP swings and misses. He was definitely off balance on that swing, and that ends the inning. But here we go, 1 run on 1 hit. That was a bomb by Billy McKinney. His 3rd home run as a Met, and the 2nd home run, actually the 3rd home run in this game by a Met. And the Mets extend their lead 8-1 over the O's, man. We'll be right back after this, folks. Wow. All right, we're going to go now to the bottom half of the fifth inning. The Mets lead the Orioles 8-1 in Baltimore. And the Orioles will have up at the plate the bottom half of their order. They're going to have Wilkerson, Wins, and Mullins. They'll go to the top of the order here in this bottom half of the inning. And the first pitch by Walker is inside and low on Wilkerson, ball one. So 1-0 on Wilkerson. He's 0 for 1. His first time at the plate, he struck out. And I truly believe that Walker should be attacking him again. And there you go. There goes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Wilkerson. Come on, Taiwan. Let's go, baby. Pitch, throw strikes. You got a 7-run lead now. Not 6. Now you got a 7-run lead, buddy. Let's go. Go out there and gunsling. Get these guys out of there. And, ooh, nice breaking pitch, boy. Threw a nice breaking pitch there. 76-mile-an-hour curveball. And gets a 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's now ahead in the count. In a good position to do whatever he wants right here. And, oh, he chucked away. That is a beast right there. That's beast mode. He went after him. Painted the black with a fastball, 94 mile an hour. Get yourself out of there. Wilkinson with a strike right there. Look at that. Woo! 94 mile an hour. Get the hell out of here. Go to the showers, buddy. And there you go. That's a strikeout. So we got 1 out. Caught him looking 1 out. Nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th. And we got Austin Wins. Austin Wins. All for 1. And the first pitch. Right down the pipe, and he fouls it off out of play. 93-mile-an-hour fastball down in the zone. Got a piece of it. Hit it down the third base side. And 4 strikes. So we got 1 strike on Wins. And like I said, this is what he should be doing. He should be attacking these hitters right now. He's got a nice lead. Just pitch. Ground ball. Inside pitch fastball. Got it over to short. Lindor right over. Nice and easy to Alonso. And that's a 6-3 put out. 2 out and nobody on here for the O's in the bottom of the 5th. And Taiwan Walker is trying to get through this inning with minimal amount of pitches. He's at 63. And like I said, if he can get to that 75 to 80 pitches and get 7 innings out of here, I mean, that'll be awesome for Taiwan Walker. So 2 out, nobody on top of the order there. Cedric Mullins, and he starts him off with a breaking pitch in there for a call strike. So 0-1 on Mullins. Look at his pitch count. 22 in the first inning. Since then, 9-17, 9 pitches in the 4th, and so far 7 here in the 5th. And that's how you stay in a ball game long enough. But when you have a lead, you can be able to mix your pitches even more so. As you can see, Walker's really feeling good right now. And he's loving his little curveball. That one missed in the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mullins. And the pitch. He brings a nice little spin-a-rooney in there in the inside corner. He fouls it off, got a piece of it, foul ball down the first base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cedric Mullins. Taiwan Walker is now cruising, which he should be. All right, when you have control and command of your pitches and you can locate, things could be easier and even more easier when you have a 7-run lead. And here goes the pitch. Right in there. Get on out of here. Strike 3, baby. You're out of there. That is it for the O's here. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody on base. 2 big strikeouts for Taiwan Walker. And after 5 innings in Baltimore, it's the Mets 8 and the Orioles. All right, man. Here we go. We're back at it, man. Top of the 6th inning. Mets lead 8-1. Leading off for our beloved Mets. Oh, is that the first pitch? First pitch. Base hit by Mason Williams. Hey, Mason Williams, welcome to the show. Glad for you to join the party here. The hit parade continues for the Mets. Line drive, base hit, man. Took a ball that was breaking down in the zone, met it level, and hit it right over the center field for a base hit. The Orioles do have a new pitcher in there. I didn't quite get whom that was. Jose Peraza is coming up. He's 0 for 2 with a grounded. He grounded into a double play and also has struck out, so he's having a poor night. We need him to get going. And there goes a call strike. And we have the new pitcher is Tate, number 55, Dylan Tate, with a 5.09 earned run average, 17.2 innings pitched, 16 hits, 5 walks, 9 strikeouts. And the pitch. And, man, Peraza, I don't know why he was swinging at that inside pitch. He was trying to get the hands in quick enough, but that ball was too inside. So now he's in a hole 0-2 here against Tate. And the 0-2. And the pitch. Try to paint the corner, missed it. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Peraza. Oops. Tate here, he's in 4 pitches. Trying to keep the scorebook going here. And the pitch. And Peraza swings at a ball way out of the strike zone. No discipline whatsoever there. That ball did not look like a strike coming out of the hands. So he was just a little impatient there, in my opinion. And he got a little over-aggressive. See, that ball was in the box, but way, way outside. Before even it hit the grass, it was already tailing way outside. So he's out of there. Peraza is not having a great game today. He's now 0 for 3. And now there's 1 out and 1 on. And we got the top of the order with Jonathan VR up at the plate. JV's 1 for 3. He had that nice double. He was able to get a run. So he actually was able to score on that later on in that inning. So he's 1 for 3. Let's see if he can get to 500, if he can go 2 for 4 here. And Tate pitches up, throws over to Williams. Throws over to first base. Trying to keep Williams there a little bit honest. I would like to see Mason Williams get a little aggressive there, take a more of a primary lead and then a good secondary lead. And see if he puts himself in position to maybe try to swap a bag here with a 7-run lead, because you can do that. And a pitch, a ground ball by VR, man, right over the short. And that's a 6-4 and 3. They turn it 6-4-3 double play, and that ends the top half of the 6th inning for the Mets. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on base. And in the middle of the 6th inning, it's the Mets 8 and the Orioles 1. All right, we're going to go in now to the bottom of the 6th inning. Taijuan Walker with a nice, comfortable lead. He's going to be facing Mancini. He's got Mancini. He's got Santander and Galvis coming up here. 2, 3, and 4. First pitch is in there for a strike. Next pitch, ground ball down the third base line. It's foul. Out of play. That'll be an 0-2 count. Nice grab there by Jonathan VR, trying to make a play there. And that's all you can ask for, is make plays. And again, like I've already have stated before, my whole mindset with pitching at this point in time in a game is just throw strikes, because you got a 7-run lead. Not one guy is going to beat you, but then again, you don't want to build momentum. You don't want one guy to get a hit, then get a little careless, get 2 hits, and by the time you know it, you start losing momentum, and that's what you don't want. You don't want to give the team an opportunity to build momentum. So the long as he could just stay ahead, keep throwing strikes, keep throwing balls that are capable of being hit on the ground or a fly ball, and you'll be in a position you can get in and out of these innings. Oh boy, and he chucked away 95-mile-an-hour blaze right through him on a 1-2 count, and he strikes out Mancini. Way to go, Taijuan Walker, man. He is chucking away there as he went after him with a 95. Nice rotation on that one, right down the pipe. Mancini cannot catch up to it. 71 pitches deep for Taijuan Walker here in the bottom of the 6th. There is 1 out and nobody on, and now comes Mr. Santander with 1 out and nobody on, and we have 71. And he comes and he starts him off with the breaking pitch, which is not the norm, but it's working for Walker here tonight, is throwing his off-speed pitches, his breaking pitches for strikes. And he did it again, and he get him to fly out. Beautiful pitching here. Mason Williams about to put another put out, and he flags it down. He's under it, and he is out of there. So 2 outs on like 4 or 5 pitches already for Taijuan Walker here in the 6th inning. 73 pitches in. It looks like he might be able to pitch into the 7th the way he's going right now. So 2 out, nobody on. And we got Freddie Galvis. He's switching up. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout thus far tonight and flied out. And again, just attack him and try to get him out of there. And that pitch is low and outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. One, that's deep. Going back, Kevin Pillar, and Kevin Pillar flags it out of there. What a run. They got a great jump on the ball. The ball was hit well by Galvis in the other way on Walker and KP. The defense, again, throw pitches, let your defense make plays, and that's exactly what you need is guys to make hustle plays, and that's what Kevin Pillar did right there, running down the ball, flagging it down just before the wall for the putout. That is it. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. The O's go 1, 2, 3, maybe it's just 6, 7 pitches total by Taijuan Walker. So after 6 innings in Baltimore, the Mets are still up 8-1. We're going to go to the out-of-town scoreboard. We're going to stay right here, out-of-town scoreboard right now. We're in the top of the 6th inning in Philadelphia. It seems to be a pitcher's duel between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. There is no score in that game in the top half of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom of the 2nd in Pittsburgh, and the Pittsburgh Pirates have now tied the game with the Dodgers. It's 1-1 in the bottom of the 2nd. We have Miami trailing Colorado in Miami. They are in the top of the 5th inning. Colorado leads 2-0. We have finished 8 innings in Boston and Houston. In Boston, Houston is leading the Boston Red Sox 5-3. Top of the 5th inning in Cincinnati. Cincinnati leads the Milwaukee Brewers 7-1. We're in the 6th inning. And we're in the top of the 5th inning in Washington. Washington and Tampa Bay tie 3-3. Bottom of the 2nd in Minnesota. Minnesota leads, the Yankees lead Minnesota 2-0. End of the 2nd inning in Toronto, in Chicago. Chicago White Sox won and Toronto Blue Jays won. They're in the bottom of the 1st in St. Louis. Cleveland scored 2 runs in the top half of the 1st inning. St. Louis has returned the favor and has put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the 1st inning. So, and they're still batting. They lead 4-2. Finals today, 11 innings. Texas wins at home over San Francisco in 11 innings with a walk-off 4-3. And the Oakland A's took care of business over the Arizona Diamondbacks 4-0 in Oakland. We're going to be going here to the top of the 7th inning with the Mets up 8-1 over and yes, we are now going into, so it's going to be Lindor, Alonso, and Smith here in the top of the 7th inning. Top 7. And Lindor, the first pitch on Lindor from a new pitcher in for the O's, I think it's Valdez. Didn't quite catch that. We just came back to the game right now. Yeah, Valdez is in for the O's. And the first pitch was fouled out of play by Francisco Lindor, so it's 0-1 on Lindor. Valdez. Inside, just missed on that inside pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike on Francisco Lindor. Valdez is the 4th pitcher in the game for the Baltimore Orioles. And the 1-1 pitch. Oh, and a little pokey the other way by Francisco Lindor. He definitely was leaning, definitely was not disciplined on that one. Reaching out there, off balance swing, fouls it off out of play, 1-2. We definitely need him to stay back on the ball. Stay back on the ball. Don't sacrifice your balance. Don't sacrifice your mechanics to try to hit a ball. 1-2. Let's go, baby. Hang in there. And the pitch by Valdez. And he did a little pokey with just extending the bat forward. I mean, it was ugly, but he got a hit. And sometimes these things happen. So a base hit for Francisco Lindor. We'll take it. He's on first. So we got a leadoff single here with Pete Alonso, one of the hot bats on this Met lineup coming up right now. We got James McCann pretty much. We got Don Smith on deck and James McCann in the hole. So we could probably get something going here. Pete Alonso's 2 for 3, has a 2-run homer, the single and 2 runs scored. He's on fire. He has had 3 home runs over his last 5 or 6 at bats. So he's been on a tear. And a pitch. Oh, and that he went a little overboard there. That's uncharacteristic of Pete Alonso so far this year because he has shown very good discipline in his swing and in his approach almost every at bat for the last several weeks that he has been playing. You know, I mean, he was out, he came back. He's been no different than he was before he got injured. He's had pretty good discipline. So let's just stay focused on there. So an 0-1 count on Pete Alonso with Lindor at first. And a pitch down in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike on Pete Alonso. So 1-1 on Pete. And a pitch. Outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike on Pete Alonso. Two and one, and a pitch. He got jammed again. Will it drop? And no, it would not. Cedric Mullins runs it down in the right center field side of the field, and he flags down that fly ball that was mishit. Pretty much a jam shot for Pete Alonso, and that is a put out. So he fly out to center field. So that's a F8, and they got 1 out and nobody on here for the New York Mets. 1 out and one out and 1 man on. So Lindor is still on base. Mets will have a day off tomorrow, and then they got that 3-game series against the Padres again, this time at Citi Field. So it'll be very interesting. We had a nice 4-game split, 2 games apiece against the Padres in California. And the first pitch by Valdez over to Don Smith is right over in the inside corner for a called strike. So he's already in the hole, 0-1. Dominic is 0 for 3 with a strikeout today, so he's one of the guys that's got to get in the hit parade here. So let's see if he can get a better at-bat here, and that's what you should be aiming for, is trying to get a better at-bat every time you have one of those bad at-bats. You just want to come back and have a better quality at-bat. He hits a ground ball into the shift, and they're going to turn another 6. This one is a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. I couldn't quite get the shift there, but I believe it's a 4-6-3 double play. That's the 3rd double play turned by the Orioles on the Mets. So not that productive there with the ground balls today. So Don Smith, 4-6-3 double play. That's 3 out. And that is it. There was no runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. And pretty much after 6 1/2 inning, the Mets lead the Orioles 8-1. We'll be back. All right, here we go, man. We're going to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The Orioles are trailing the Mets 8-1. Taijuan Walker is having a great ball game, only giving up 1 run on 4 hits thus far. So bottom of the 7th, we got Mountcastle up at the plate, 76 pitches in, and he misses his first pitch. So it's 1-0 on Mountcastle. Here comes the pitch, and there goes a ground ball, foul, out of play, a little bit too off in front for Mountcastle. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Mountcastle. He is 1 for 2 today with an RBI single. But Taijuan Walker has been pitching excellent for the Mets. Just what we wanted him to do today. There goes a pitch right down the pipe. Fouled it off again down the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mountcastle. So Walker's about to throw his 79th pitch. And a pitch. It was in the strike zone in the corner, but fouled off by Mountcastle, so he's hanging in there. And this is exactly what he needs to do. Taijuan Walker needs to continue to throw strikes. He's way ahead. He has a 7-run lead, and he should not work any harder than he needs to. He just make sure he throws strikes and have control and command of his pitches and locate. And as long as he does that, he's going to be fine. And he mixes it up lovely there. Threw a little bit of an off-speed pitch, kind of hung a bit, but Mountcastle was way out in front, and he fouled it off down the third base line again. So we're going to run that back. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mountcastle. A little bit of a battle here right now with him and Taijuan Walker. 80 pitches in for Taijuan Walker. This should probably be his last inning. And a pitch. Challenged him, got him, jammed him up on a high pitch in the inside corner. Pete Alonso in foul territory, getting under, and he puts it away. So a pop-out, foul out, in this case, foul out for Mountcastle. He battled there, but the battle he lost. So Walker gets him out of there. 1 out and nobody on for the O's. We got DJ Stewart coming up, and he's handled DJ Stewart. Stewart has struck out twice. 1 time looking, 1 time swinging. So he only has to basically just go after him again. And the first pitch right over, 75 mile an hour off-speed pitch for a call strike on DJ Stewart. Like I said, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And the next pitch, climbing the ladder up high, 94 mile an hour pitch. Misses the zone, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mets are coasting here, 8-1 here, bottom half of the seventh inning in Baltimore. And the breaking pitch is down in the zone, down near the dirt, 76 miles an hour. 2 balls, 1 strike on DJ Stewart. Again, I don't think he should be finessing, looking to do anything crazy. Just keep throwing strikes. Put it somewhere near the strike zone and get this guy out, which he has been able to do so far today. There you go, right over the plate. Challenge him, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And right now, I would say, hey, man, if it was me, I'm telling him, you go after the other. I need you to be a bulldog here. Just go out and beast mode him and get him out of there. And that's exactly what he did. Oh, line drive, was it caught? And off the bottom of, right on his tush. My goodness gracious. Taijuan Walker making a spectacular play. He's fielding his position too. The guy's doing it all today. A line drive right back at him. He knocks it down. That ball was hit well right at him. Oh, it just got a piece of it. He almost made the catch. Comes off his mitt, right off the bottom tush of his pants. He lobs it and throws it over for a 1-3 putout, and he gets out DJ Stewart just like that. And I think that's his 3rd or 4th putout today. Taijuan Walker, man, we're getting it done, man. I'm so happy to see our top dog pitchers getting things done. So that's 2 out and nobody on, and that brings up Franco. And he starts off Franco with a little slider in the outside corner for a strike. So you got a strike on Franco. $87 pitches for Taijuan. And there goes a line. That's hit hard in the gap. That's going to probably drop. Yes, it does. Between the walls. Hey, picked up well by Mason Williams to throw into offline at second base. But Franco, okay, no problem. We need to get the out. Let's just get an out. He was able to stroke one. It was fat over the plate, and he drove it well into the gap for a double. So Franco is on base with 2 out and nobody on for the O's. And that's going to bring up Wilkinson, who has been also a 2-strikeout victim, looking for the golden sombrero here as well. So let's see if he can just go out there and just bulldog Mr. Wilkinson of the O's. 88 pitches for Taijuan Walker. This is going to be his 89th pitch. And in there, swing and a miss, boy. Steve Reich, 1 on Wilkinson. And again, like I said, just got to go and challenge him. That guy at second base is not going to beat you. You want to get this guy out. There's 2 out. Bottom of the 7th inning is more than likely your last hitter. I would believe it is. Go right after him. And then it goes a swing, foul tip, drop by James McCann. Now he is in the hole, 2 strikes. And again, I think Taijuan Walker realizes that he has struck out this guy twice today, and he's going to go right after him. And that's exactly what you do. You just go and bulldog him. Now just paint the corner, hit the inside or outside corner, make sure it's somewhere near the strike zone, and get him out of there. And the pitch. And that's up and away. Ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 91 pitches. Let's see if he can finish it up here with his 92nd pitch, man. A heck of a game by Taijuan Walker. Let's go, Mets, man. Good job by Taijuan Walker. He just needs to get this guy out of there, and that's going to wrap up his night. And then with the bullpen, it's got to come in there and get 6 outs to finalize this game and walk out of here with a split against the Orioles and head back home and get ready for the Padres. And the pitch. Fouled off. Good pitch right there in the middle top half of the strike zone. He fouls it straight back. So Wilkinson is battling here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're going to run that again. One and two out. Runner at second. Mets lead the Baltimore Orioles 8-1 here in the bottom half of the 7th inning in Camden Yards. And the 1-2 pitch. And a nice little slider inside, catches him, handcuffs him, swing and a miss. The golden sombrero for Wilkinson. This is going to be more than likely, I would assume highly, that this is the last outs for Walker. And he finishes up, man. So no runs, 1 hit, a double. The man was left stranded on first. Nobody scored. And after 7 full innings and a great outing by Taijuan Walker, the Mets lead the Orioles 8-1. We'll be right back. All right, here we go, folks, man. Top of the 8th inning. Our beloved Mets are way ahead, 8-1 here. Let's just coast right now, get some good quality at-bats, get the 6 outs we need out of the bullpen. Taijuan Walker has pitched an excellent game, gave us an opportunity to win. We gave him the ammunition with the offense, and now it's time to close the show. James McCann is up, and he swings and fouls off the first pitch. Scaroller is the new pitcher. McCann 2 for 3 with a double, single, RBI, and a run scored. He's been on fire. Pete Alonso's been on fire. I mean, hopefully we can keep this momentum going with the swinging of the bats into this series against the Padres at home. And the 0-1 pitch down in the zone. Lays off of it. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 on McCann because McCann can. And the rain is starting to come down in Baltimore. I see some rain coming down here. They said it will rain. It was a 27% chance of rain. I told you guys earlier. I thought it was going to bypass it. It wasn't going to happen. But we're getting some rain now. If I'm the Mets, let's just put the ball in play, get these innings out of it, try to get this game done. So it's a swing and a miss by McCann. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. No, he lays off. That ball is inside and high. He lays off. 2 balls, 2 strikes on James McCann. I love the discipline. He's looking for something to hit. The showers are starting to come down pretty steadily at Oriole Park in Camden Yards. Come on, James. And the 2-2. A big swing and a miss, and he is out of there. Struck out. James McCann strikes out. 1 out here in the top half of the 8th inning. So he'll finish this night 2 for 4. Big cut. All right, that brings up Billy McKinney. McKinney has 2 hits today, a single and a home run, a solo shot. So I believe he's 2. Is he 2 for 3? I believe he's 2 for 3 for today. And he sure is. Solo home run, single, 2 RBIs, 2-run score. Yeah, man, this is looking pretty good, man. And we don't still have all our offensive weapons. If we can score 4 or 5 runs a game with the pitching staff that we've been able to put up here on a day in and day out, we're going to be able to control this division, in my opinion. All right, so a 2-0 in a good spot here for Billy McKinney to try to stroke one here. Let's see. And the pitch. And he fouls it off. Is it in play? I think so. Making a frame. Nope. Franco cannot quite get there because they had the shift on McKinney. This is why the shift can be dangerous. He mishit that ball, fouled it off towards the third base side, and there was nobody there, and it actually landed in a spot that if they were not playing the shift, he would have been out. So hopefully it don't come back to haunt them. We'll see. McKinney has shown that he has been a pull hitter mostly thus far since being a Met. So that's an adjustment he's going to have to make there. But when he pulls the ball, he definitely hits line drives. He's not a weak hitting ground ball hitter. He seems to be hitting balls a medium to a hard, usually majority of the time. And the pitch. That ball is up high. He's climbing the ladder there. Now he's 3-1. He's in a good hitter spot here. So 1 out, 3 balls, 1 strike on McKinney. He should get a good pitch to hit here. Scaroller is behind 3-1. And here comes the 31. And the pitch. Is in the strike zone, fouled off out of play, just missed there by McKinney. So it's now a full count of McKinney, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Top half of the 8th inning here, folks. Mets are leading 8-1. It'll be nice to get out of here with a win and split this series and have a winning record in the road trip. Go back home to Citi Field. We play the Padres. So we got some tough games coming up this weekend, but we have the top dogs back-to-back on game 1 and game 2. And that ball was hit hard on the ground over to Freddie Galvis, who's on the – and there goes that, that shift. It was hit on the second base side of the bag, and Galvis was playing on that end, and it becomes a 6-3 putout. So that's 2 outs here in the top half of the 8th. So 2 out, KP up at the plate. Last time up for Kevin Pillar, he struck out. He does have that big 3-run homer that really got the momentum going for the Mets early in the game. And the first pitch over to Pillar, it's just missed on the outside corner, ball 1. 3-run homer by Pillar in the 3rd inning made the game. At the time, I believe it made the game 7-1. And Pillar, a big swing and a miss there. 1 ball and 1 strike on that off-speed pitch. Actually, it was a breaking pitch. So 1-1 on Pillar with 2 out and nobody on here for the Mets in the top half of the 8th. And the pitch. He hung it and he got under it. Let's see if there's going to be a play here. And it's out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes on KP. One and 2 on Kevin Pillar. What a night, what a night, what a night for our beloved Mets, man. We needed this after that last night's showing. When we get good pitching and you can have some good defense and we can get some quality at bats and score some runs early, this is what can happen on a daily basis. So we'll be aiming for that, to be consistent with and that ball was in, fouled it off, and it hits off his foot. So Kevin Pillar, man, no insult to injury. He swings at a ball that really wasn't a good ball to hit, and he actually hits himself with it. So that ball was tailing in on him, and man, yeah, it kind of jammed him up. He couldn't get the hands out soon enough and extend, and it went right down and hit his foot. It hit him right in the calf. Oh my goodness, that hurts. Sucks. I've had those. Oh my goodness, it hurts. Get a black and blue on that. That will be a black and blue tomorrow. All right, 1 and 2 on KP. Scarola is going to throw his 16th pitch here. And that's outside. Nice fastball, but way out of the strike zone. So 2 and 2 on Kevin Pillar. And the young man is shaking his head like, man, I can't believe I threw that ball with a lot of rotation, 95 miles an hour, but it was away from the plate by a good foot and a half. And the 2-2. Oh, and that's roped by Pillar. That might be gone. It's going, and it's out of here. Left field. Another home run for KP. 2 of them for the night. A solo shot this time. Top of the 8th inning. The Mets have now extended their lead to 9-1. Man, oh man, he jumped over that pitch. That's the way you get it done. Jump on those good pitches. Get those hands in. I think he's still feeling that calf where it's probably the best thing for him to hit that line, that shot over the left field fence. Line drive, home run, his 2nd home run of the game. So he has 2 home runs and 4 RBIs out of the 9. Man, can we say he's probably the star of the game? That's also the 4th home run of the game. 2 by Pillar, 1 by McKinney, 1 by Pete Alonso. Did I miss anybody? I mean, we've hit 4 home runs tonight. Yeah, we've hit 4 home runs tonight. What a night for our beloved Mets. Let's go, Mets, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Come on now. Follow it up, Mason. So Mason Williams, this last time up, got a base hit. There's going to be nobody on here. Mets extend the lead 9-1. And the young man on the mound is shaking his head like, man, oh man. I brought that ball in, and this guy just jumped on it and drove it over the left field fence. Oh, and this is another one? Way back. That's way back in right field. It's going in. It's gone. Goodbye. Home run, Mason Williams. His first home run as a New York Met. Way to go, kid. And he has joined the hit parade as he has now gone 2 for 3 for the day with a solo shot here. And that's back-to-back home runs for our beloved Mets. And we now lead 10-1. Come on now. Are you kidding me? Wow. Way to go, kid. That's what I'm talking about, man. Welcome to the big leagues, baby. What a shot by Mason. Look at that ball. It just drops in there like if it was in a tee. And it was batting practice for him right there. He drove that ball over the fence in right field. His first home run as a New York Mets since being called up. And a 2 for 3 night for him. And the Mets have put a pounding. And we repaid the Orioles for their 10-3 shellacking of our team last night, and tonight we returned the favor with a 10-1 game. So 10-1 Mets, top of the eighth, still 2 out. Now nobody's on base again, and now it's Jose Peraza, who has not been on the hit parade today. Can he get on the hit parade and maybe get a base hit here? Peraza is 0 for 3 tonight, so we'll see what he can do here. But again, Mason. So we had back-to-back homers by KP and Mason Williams, man. What 2 at-bats right there. Incredible. So 2-0 count on Peraza. And now he's in a position to swing at a very good pitch here, too. I mean, 2-0 count, nobody on base. It's a hitter's count, right? The kid is a little rattled right now. He's giving up 2 home runs back-to-back. And, of course, Jose Peraza wants to avoid the golden sombrero as he struck out twice already. And the pitch. That one was right down the pipe. Good pitch to hit. He just fouled it off out of play. Did not get quite there on time. 2 balls, 1 strike on Jose Peraza. Man, oh man, what a night, man. 10-1 Mets. We're demolishing the Orioles here tonight. We bang up Harvey for another 6, but I believe it was 7 runs. And then the bullpen now has given up an additional 3 more runs over the last few innings. And we have extended this lead to 10-1. And that was down the pipe, and he just got under it. Didn't quite hit it flush. And that's going to be to Wilkinson at second base. He gets under it, and he puts it away. And that is it for the top half of the 8th inning. The Mets scored 2 runs on 2 hits. They were both solo home runs back-to-back by KP and Mason Williams. And they have extended the lead to 10-1 over the Orioles after 7 1/2 inning. So we'll be back with the bottom of the 8th inning with a 10-1 lead. All right, we're here at bottom of the 8th inning at Camden Yards. The Mets have a huge 10-1 lead over the Baltimore Orioles. Jeurys Familia is in now for the Mets. 20 games, 2.00 earned run average, 18 innings. He has given up 19 hits, 11 walks, 20 strikeouts. And he's going up here against the Orioles. He's going to have, more than likely, is a pinch hitter for Mr. Wins. We'll see. I would figure is going to be a pinch hitter, and then you're going to have the top of the order with Mullins and Mancini as the Orioles will try to mount some sort of momentum and get some sort of a comeback going here. But they're trending in deep waters here, down 9 runs here with 6 outs left to go. So let's see if Jeurys Familia can get the job done. I believe this is Valika. Is it? I believe so. He had some good swings last night against the Mets. So Familia is in. Let's go, baby. Let's go and finish this up. And Familia's first pitch is down there in the zone. The little sinker. 4 strike, 98 mile an hour, man. The spin rate is incredible. Oh, actually, Austin Wins is swinging the bat. So 0-1 on Wins. And the 0-1 by Familia. He's looking to just go right after him. And the pitch. It's down in the zone. 98, man. It's just so much spin. And that ball breaks so much to the side and down in the zone. It's incredible how he can keep that at 98 miles an hour. But imagine if he just throws it straight. He should be able to clock 100. But for whatever reason, he's always throwing that sinker. It just drops. And it has so much spin rate at the very end. 98 mile an hour, man. It's impressive. 1 ball, 1 strike on Wins. And the pitch. And that one missed also, a little low in the corner, 2-1. And again, this is what I concern myself with Jeurys Familia. He just right now should be just throwing strikes. Now, granted, he just barely missed those 2. They were very close, so his command and control of those pitches on that sinker is fine. But I would be challenging these hitters right now and just throw more strikes in the middle top half of the zone. That ball is way in. You see, 3-1. There should be no reason whatsoever for him to fall 3-1 on the number 9 hitter who has not done nothing, hit into a double play today and hit another ground ball. You should be challenging him. So 3-1, I'm telling him right now, you just go out there and bulldog, man. You're up 9 runs. You should not be putting yourself in this position. You're working too hard. It's unnecessary. Throw strikes. And the 3-1. There you go. 3-2. Let's go right back again. Just throw it right there and let him swing the ball. If he makes good contact and gets a hit, hey, you tip off your hat to him. If he hits the ball and hits it on the ground and you make a defensive play, you get an out. If he hits it, he misses it, and he hits it in fly ball, you get an out. So why not? You're up by 9 runs. There shouldn't be no reason for it. 3-2, let's go get him. And he went and got him, got the ground ball to third, and it is considered a foul ball. So we'll run that back. 3-2 once again. And again, like I said, I do not approve of a pitcher coming in and falling behind with 3 balls and 1 strike on a hitter when you have a 9-run lead. All right, she should have been warming up in the bullpen. Should be ready to go. Have control and command of those pitches. Locate and let's get guys out when you have a 9-run lead. So here we go, 3-2 again. And again, right now it's all about bulldogging. He should be going right after this guy wins, who has not done much at all. He's hit nothing but ground balls today. Again, and he got on the ground ball again. That ball would have been ball 4. That ball was not a strike. So I'm still waiting for him to just ball. I don't know why he's not just chucking away and just throwing up a straight-up fastball as opposed to throwing the sinkers. So Jerry's Familia, like always, he always puts himself in a little bit of a jam, letting hitters get too deep in the count and right down the pipe. And again, he missed and he got jammed over to Lindor. And easy throw over to Alonso, a 6-3 putout, and he gets a win out. But again, that was a mishit ball. The ball was tailing a little bit in. I would have preferred him to throw a regular fastball, keep it in the middle to top half of the strike zone, and just challenge him that way. Too many sinkers and too many balls tailing in on a hitter that has been struggling all day with ground balls and has not hit the ball sharply. But that's what I analyze, and that's what I see when I'm watching a game. I already know that because I wrote it in the book, and at the same time, I'm watching the game. So, I don't know. Sometimes you wonder what some of these guys are doing. Top of the order for the O's, and you got Mullins. And right there, you get Mullins with a ball down in the zone, 91 miles an hour, and he fouls it off out of play. So, 0-1 on Cedric Mullins. Familia's in 9 pitches here. He threw 8 pitches to Mr. Wynn, if you think about it, because he was the first batter. So 8 pitches on a guy that batting 9th and has had 2 ground balls, is off for 2. He should have went at him a little bit better than that. And the next pitch, it's up high in the zone. And now we got a 1-1 count on Mullins. That was 98 miles an hour, and it was way out of the zone. I mean, it's amazing how much spin he gets on those balls. That the more spin rate you get, obviously, the more velocity you're going to get out of your pitches. And then, of course, it's a hot, humid night. That also helps. But his downward trajectory is what we're looking at when you want to get even more spin rate. And if the ground was pitching tonight, he probably would have been. And that's roped to center field, but right at Mason Williams. That ball was well hit by Mullins. It was tattooed, but unfortunately, right to the center field. They only had to take a couple of steps to his left and make the catch in right center field. So that is out number 2 for the O's here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. So 2 out, nobody on for Mr. Mancini. So Trey Mancini 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. He has also struck out against Taijuan Walker, and now he's going to deal with Jerry's Familia. And the first pitch is down in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Trey Mancini. And again, why are we throwing that pitch? Get ahead and let's get a strike. Come on now, please. Jerry's, you're always working too hard. Man, oh man. So 1-0 on Mancini and the pitch. There you go. Ground ball. Nicely played. I believe that's Luis Guillaume who's in the game right now, if it looks like. But maybe it might be Peraza. We'll see. Anyway, that's a 4-3 put-out ground ball over the second base, and Jerry's Familia gets out of it pretty easily. And after 8 innings in Baltimore, the Mets lead 10-1, man. Here we go. We're going to the top of the night. Stretch drive here. We're going to try to finish it up. We're going to go over to the out-of-town scoreboard and see what's going on in the MLB. And right now, in the bottom of the 7th inning in Tampa. Well, let's go back a little bit. So we have, after 3 innings in Pittsburgh, that game is definitely dragging, boy. They're in the bottom of the 3rd. They just ended the bottom of the 3rd in Pittsburgh, and Dodgers lead the Pirates 2-1. We have Colorado and Miami playing in Miami. Colorado leads the Marlins 4-3 in the bottom of the 6th. Top of the 8th, Houston leads Boston in Boston 6-3. Bottom of the 7th in Cincinnati. Cincinnati leads the Milwaukee Brewers 7-2. Bottom of the 8th in Detroit. Detroit and Seattle are tied at 3. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning in Tampa. The Nationals just put up a run and took the lead. They lead the Tampa Bay Rays 5-4. We got the Yankees all over the Minnesota Twins in Minnesota. Top of the 5th inning, they lead 7-1. Top of the 5th in Chicago, Chi-Town, the south side of Chicago. The White Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays are tied at 1 apiece. At the end of 4 innings in St. Louis lead the Cleveland Indians 6-2. Top for the first inning in the late games, no score between Kansas City and the Los Angeles Angels. Final scores today: Oakland beat Arizona in Oakland 4-0, and Texas beat San Francisco in extra innings in Texas 4-3. And that's the out-of-town scoreboard. That was the last time that I will be reading that, because we're about to go to the top half of the 9th inning in this ball game here. So here we go. Bottom of the 9th inning. Top of the 9th inning. Mets lead 10-1, and leading off is the top of the order is Jonathan Villar. And the first pitch to Villar by Scarola is a ball inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Looking at my scorebook here. I didn't close out the Baltimore as the last at bat. Okay, let's go Villar here. 1-0 count and the pitch. Right down the pipe, fouled off. Oh, wait a minute. That ball may drop. They're making a play. Call it. Oh, and the ball drops in between left fielder and the shortstop. That was a long run for all those guys. And Jonathan Villar gets himself a bloop double. I mean, it will have to be considered a double. So he gets on base again, man. Wow. A mishit dunker. They had him pretty much probably in a little bit of a shift. And, man, they could not get there. For a moment there, I thought they might have gone. It was close to being a possible collision. So, thank goodness nobody would collide it. And that's it, man. Unfortunate for the Orioles. Fortunate for the Mets. Top of the 9th inning, we got a leadoff double. So, Jonathan Villar is on base. Here we go. Let's see if we can get another run in here. Little insurance run. I mean, I don't think we need any more. We're up 10-1. But, hey, fill up the stat sheet. And there's a ground ball by Lindor. Will move over Jonathan Villar. So pretty much not a bad play there. He got the first pitch, drove it towards the right side of the field by the second base side, and a 4-3 putout. And Jonathan Villar does move over to third. So Lindor's out of there in 1 pitch. So we got 1 out and a runner at third. And that will bring up the hot Pete Alonso with a chance here to get another RBI right now. So let's see what Pete can do. So let's go, Pete. And the first pitch to Pete. Oh, and that ball is stroked to center field way back, going over the head of Cedric Mullins, off the wall. Jonathan Villar is going to score easily, and Pete Alonso continues to rake with a run, a double and an RBI here in the top of the 9th inning. The Mets extend the lead to 11-1. Pistol Pete, way to go, PD! Look at that. Just driving a ball. And as you can see the replay there, it's just, again, hands out in front, level swing, let the ball just come off the bat. If you hit it level, and especially on a warm night like tonight in Maryland, there's opportunities for the ball to drift, and you can get a lot of possible home runs. And as you can see tonight, the Mets have hit 4 long balls, and you can have some balls hit the gaps and maybe get some doubles. And that's what's happened here tonight. So awesome hitting by Pete Alonso, gets another RBI. So we got 1 out and a runner at second, and that brings up Don Smith, who's the one guy that has not been in the hit parade. He gets a nice juicy one over the plate, 93 miles an hour, right dead center, and he fouls it off out of play. So his timing is just not there today, Dom Smith. So that's strike 1 on Dominic Smith. Pete Alonso with a double and an RBI. Man, oh man. What a night for these guys. What a night. We'll take it. All right, the 0-1 on Dom Smith. That's down the pipe. He pops it up, gets inside. And we got the second baseman calling it off pretty much in the right field vicinity. And Wilkinson puts it away for the second out of the inning. So there's 2 out now with a runner at second. And that's going to bring up James McCann. McCann is going to have an opportunity here to extend this inning a little bit longer, possibly get another RBI. So 2 out, runner at second. Top of the 9th inning, Mets lead 11-1, folks. You would figure maybe Jerry's Familia will come out for the 9th inning. He didn't have to throw that many pitches in the last inning. And he has such a big lead here, they can just go ahead and chuck away. So at least that's the way I would do it. You don't need to bring anybody else from the bullpen unless you want to give somebody some work. And the pitch, that one just drifted away up high in the zone, 82 mile an hour. McCann lays off of it, so he has the hitter's count right now at 1-0. So 1-0 count on McCann with 2 out and a runner at second. The Mets have just scored another run. Pete Alonso with an RBI double to extend his lead to 10 with an 11-1 lead. And the next pitch is down in the zone, and it misses. And James McCann lays off. So good discipline there on James. And he is now ahead 2-0. So 2-0 count on McCann. Wonderful night for the Mets after last night's horrible game. We bounced back with a nice one today. Just in time to go back home. And here comes the 2-0 on McCann. And he chucked away, tried to paint the corner, didn't miss there. And that's 3-0 on James McCann. So I will give him the green light, to be honest with you, with an 11-1 lead, a runner at second, and he's been swinging the bat fairly well. If you get something juicy here, just let the hands go. That's what I would do. Plain and simple, that's what I would tell my player to do. So I don't expect that to be any different here at the pro level. You got to let him go. So 3-0, green light, and, man, he actually did not have the green light. He just basically took a pitch. So, all right, 3-1. I would think he's definitely going to swing 3-1. But I would have had him at 3-0. The longest is in the strike zone, just swing away. Maybe he just didn't quite like that ball. Again, McCann 2 for 4 today, a double, single, RBI, and a run scored. He's swinging the bat pretty well. His average is starting to climb back up. And, man, that's all we need to do is just to keep getting these guys to hit consistently. Put, good quality swings, good quality at-bats. As long as you do that and you have, and it starts with discipline at the plate and trusting your hands. If you can do that, you're going to be fine. So James McCann here, 3-1 count, and that ball just totally misses away from the zone down. And that's ball 4. So McCann works out a walk, and he'll finish his night with a base on balls. So it's now first and second now for the New York Mets. And that's going to bring up Billy McKinney, who has had a pretty good night too. I think he's 2 for 4. Yes, he is. 2 for 4 with a solo shot and 2 RBIs. He's been in the hit parade today. So Billy McKinney getting another great opportunity here with runners in scoring position and runners on base to try to make something happen. Let's see what happens here. And the first pitch to McKinney, inside, way inside. Ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. He's already ahead on the count. This kid is already starting to struggle a little bit. He's missing. He's losing a little bit of his command and control of his pitches. He's up at 35 pitches, so it might be quite a bit for him. But I guess they're going to try to get through this inning with this young man out there. They only need 1 more out. But I could see him laboring a little bit here. And let's see if McKinney can jump on one of the best pitches he can throw at him. And, that was right there. There it goes. Is it gone? Oh, my goodness. Billy McKinney turned. Look at the bat speed on that bat. That ball is out of here. A 3-run homer for Billy McKinney. Holy smoke. This guy, man, welcome to the family, baby. You are part of this Mets team. He's going to be one of the 4 outfielders. When we get all our outfielders back, he's going to get some playing time. Billy McKinney with a shot. And now he went also for 2 home runs today. So we got a lot of heroes today. A lot of heroes. Kevin Pillar with 2 home runs. We have now Billy McKinney with 2 home runs tonight. The Mets have now extended his lead 14-1. It's just demolishing that. Again, I was just saying it. He's going to be in a good position with the pitch count he had. And man, oh man, he jumps on a ball right out the gate and takes it out of the park. Man, oh man, this is fun to see. I love to see good quality swings, and I love to see guys be aggressive when you need to. That is just great baseball. That is great swinging the bat. So we got Brandon Drury up here, pinch hitting for Kevin Pillar. I guess they're taking Pillar out of the game, man. Man, poor kid on the mound. I just finished saying the guy looks like he's laboring. And man, oh man, he jumped on a fastball right off the jump and just took it out of the park. 3-run, cleaned the bases out, man. What a heck of a job by Billy McKinney and our beloved New York Mets, man. Damn. And now, a nice cut there by Brandon Drury. He's now in the hole, 0-2. So 2 out and nobody on. Mets just really demolishing the Baltimore Orioles here. 3-run home run, 3 RBIs. And 0-2 on Brandon Drury. Now he put a lot of spin on that curveball. He missed, and that ball's down his own 1-2. So the Mets roll up a 4 spot here in the top of the 9th inning. I mean, I wish they would save some runs for, Friday night's game for Jacob deGrom. We hope that the Grominator gets some runs against the Padres because the Padres are going to be tough. We know that they're the top pitching staff in the MLB. And Brandon Drury finally strikes out, and that ends the top half of the 9th inning. The Mets score 4 runs, I believe, on 3 hits. No errors, nobody left on base, and they've demolished 14-1 after 8 1/3 inning and 1/2 inning. Blast slicks for the Baltimore Orioles coming up, man. I would think Jerry's Familia is going to stay in the game, and we'll be back for the bottom of the 9th and see if we can close this out. So here we go. We go into the bottom of the 9th inning here for Baltimore. This is their last opportunity to bat, and the Mets did come in with a new pitcher. They got Seth Lugo, so they're trying to get him some work. He can go out there and really challenge these hitters and work on some of his control and command of his pitches. I think it's a great idea, so why not get him some work? He has a 14-1 lead, so he can go out there and just chuck away and hit his spots and get 3 outs. So he's going to get an opportunity here in the bottom of the 9th. He's going to go up against Santander right now. And the first pitch, a little curveball, a little high in the zone, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes on Santander. And the 1-0 by Seth Lugo. That time he caught the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 on Seth. 1-1 on Santander. And Lugo looks in. And the pitch. Crazy curveball, man. He's thrown 3 breaking pitches in a row. 1 and 2 on the batter, Santander. And the pitch. And he chucked away, swing and a miss with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball down the pipe. And he is out of there. Way to go. Way to mix it up on this guy, Seth. YouTube, TBS, USA. All right, so Pat is up at the plate for the Orioles after the strikeout. And Lugo comes in, 93-mile-an-hour fastball, misses inside, ball 1 on Pat Velika. One out, nobody on, and the 1-0 pitch by Lugo. That was rope right up the middle, line drive, base hit over the center field. Mason Williams gets it on 1 hop. So a base hit for Pat Velika. Keep the Orioles going here. So we're going to look for a double play ball now. Got some good spin, but it stood up. Didn't break enough on that slider. And nice. This gentleman had some good strokes last night, and that was a nice, well-hit ball there. So 1 out, 1 on for the O's. Mountcastle up at the plate. Orioles need 13 runs to get back in this game. I don't know if that's going to happen. Seth Lugo with the pitch. That ball is stroked over to right field. And Billy McKinney moves over to his right. Takes a few steps and flags it down. And that is 2 out. And the Orioles are up to their last out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out there very easily on Mountcastle. So 2 outs and a runner at first, and it's going to bring up Mr. DJ Stewart, who has had a rough night. He struck out twice and grounded out back to the pitcher in his last at-bat. He is 0 for 3. So let's see if he avoids the golden sombrero here with Lugo. He doesn't want to strike out for the 3rd time. Bottom of the 9th, we're here in Baltimore. The Mets are destroying the Baltimore Orioles 14-1 tonight. Seth Lugo is in the 9th inning. And he chucks away 93-mile-an-hour fastball right down the pipe. And DJ Stewart just swings and misses. 0-1 on DJ Stewart. Come on, Seth. Finish it up, baby. And pitch number 9 for Lugo, and a pitch. Breaking pitch, ground ball over to Pete Alonso. Takes it very easily. Lugo covering the bag, playing his position, and that is a wrap. It is a 3-1 putout. That ends the game. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 person left on base. And the final score tonight, man, our beloved New York Mets. Let's go, baby. We pull it out 14-1, man. Big win for the New York Mets after last night's disastrous 10-3 loss. Bad showing by the bullpen as well as David Peterson. And tonight we come back. Tremendous game by Taijuan Walker. Heck of a ball game. The hitting was absolutely just bonkers today. We hit 5 dingers. We have 2 guys that hit 2 home runs tonight. And I said it in the pregame. Warm weather, 82 degrees, a little bit humid. Ball's going to travel. If you can really get your bat head out there and drive the ball and hit it level, the ball can travel. And, man, we had Billy McKinney hitting 2 shots, Kevin Pillar hitting 2 shots. We also had a home run by Pete Alonso. And who else hit a home run? Did I miss somebody? I think that's it. It's been McKinney, Alonso. Yeah, the 2 by Pillar, the 2 by Billy McKinney. I mean, it's a heck of a team effort. Those guys are everybody there is all MVP, man. If you ask me, everybody there came through offensively. Defensively, obviously the pitching, it starts with defense. With pitching, when your pitcher is on and he's able to keep the ball and have good control and command of his pitches and locate and be able to get fielding outs by ground balls and fly balls and not really getting tattooed and falling behind so that he has to depend on secondary pitches. I mean, that's just that's how good Taijuan Walker was today. So he deserves the victory. And then, of course, Jerry's Familia coming in and Seth Lugo finishing up the 8th and 9th inning. So, again, man, the bullpen gets the job done. It starts with the pitching, then off the defense of the other outfielders. We had some good plays all the way around. Some guys made some decent plays. Defensively, we were pretty solid. And then, of course, offensively, we had a heck of a freaking night, man. What can we say? Awesome ball game for the Mets all the way around. Great team effort. We get a great victory, man. That's our 30th win of the year. We close out the road trip with a winning record. Now we get another day off tomorrow. Drive over or whatever. They're going to fly over. I won't think they're going to fly. They're going to drive over probably on a team bus over back to New York, get a good night's sleep, get some work in tomorrow, and be ready for the big 3-game series against the San Diego Padres at Citi Field beginning on Friday. And we got, obviously, the top dog, DeGrom, going up there. On Friday, Saturday, we got the show. Well, you got Stroh show going on Saturday, and then on Sunday, Joey Fuego will get an opportunity to see if he can have a good outing. Hopefully he does, because David Peterson is not getting it done. We need somebody in that bottom of the order to get something done. So, the bottom of the rotation. So that's where we at, man, ladies and gentlemen. Again, man, thank you so much for watching, listening. Again, if you do like the play-by-play and you want to be able to join me, live, I'll be more than happy to go live. I figure I'll record my first one. Just be myself, do what I like to do. I don't know if I'm a good play-by-play guy or not, or if I'm entertaining enough, but whatever the case might be, man, just drop a like, let me know, comment down below what you thought about today's game, how well we played, and on top of that, what do you think about the video? And of course, if you have not as of yet and you really want to be a part of the community, hey, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you put on your post notifications. This way you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos, live streams, whatever it may be. I'm looking to grow a nice community here and to have a lot of fun with other fellow New York Met fans as well as Major League Baseball fans, because I just love Major League Baseball. And that's basically it, man. I'll see you guys on the next one, man. You guys, peace out.